East of Eden by John Steinbeck. Dramatised by Donna Franceschild.
When a child first catches an adult out, when it first walks into his grave little head that adults do not have divine intelligence, that their judgments are not always wise, their thinking true, their sentences just, the gods are fallen and all safety gone. And there is one thing about the fall of the gods. They do not fall a little. They crash and shatter, and the child's world is never quite whole again. The story I wish to tell you begins with two half-brothers, Adam and Charles Trask. For many years, I worked for Adam Trask. I was his cook and, for a time, acted as mother to his children. But I am getting ahead of myself because, in order to tell my story, I have to begin when Adam and Charles were children. Adam was an obedient creature. He shrank from violence and contention and covered his life with a veil of vagueness. Charles was a natural athlete, gifted with muscle and bone, speed and alertness, and the competitor's will to win over others. He had a quick temper, and Adam was sometimes scared of him. But Charles looked after him, too. He fought any boy who challenged or slurred his brother and protected him from his father's harshness.
Adam! Charles! Look at you, Adam Trask. Your shirt's ripped to the elbow. How many times do I have to beat you before you take care?
And Charles would lie and say he had ripped Adam's shirt and take the beating meant for his brother. Charles felt for Adam the affection one has for helpless things, for blind puppies and new babies.
Now, come in the house. Your mother's got dinner nearly on the table.
Their father, Cyrus Trask, had been a private soldier in the Union Army during the Civil War. He came home with a wooden leg, which proved at once a certificate of his soldiering and a guarantee that he'd never have to do it again. He developed an excellent military mind and wrote articles in magazines critiquing the conduct of the war. He attracted the notice of Washington and became a military advisor to the Grand Army of the Republic. After the surrender of the Confederate Army at Appomattox, he continued his career with a secretaryship at the War Department, which afforded him and his family a very comfortable life on their Connecticut farm.
And then, well, I'd known it at the time. I told General Grant and General McClellan where they were wrong. Sit up straight, Adam. Could you pass the gravy, Alice?
Yes, Cyrus.
Well, I beg them to take my analysis of the situation. Alice, are you listening?
Yes, Cyrus.
What did I just say?
You were at Appomattox when General Lee
I
surrendered.
had not got to Appomattox yet. Why don't you bring in the pie, Alice?
Yes, Cyrus.
And don't cough all over the food. Boys, the Army isn't perfect, but that's still the only honorable profession for a man. You don't expect me to use my influence in Washington, though, because I won't. You'll come up through the ranks, like I did. Which reminds me, you need to improve your aim with that new rifle I gave you, Adam. We'll go out tomorrow and do some extra target practice. I'll show you where you've been going wrong.
And that is perhaps where it started. But if it is uncertain where it started, there is little doubt about where it finished. It was summer. Adam was 16 and Charles was 15. The affection between the two boys had grown over the years, but there remained something dark about Charles, and his temper hadn't mellowed.
Look at him with that pup. Getting him to fetch a stick. You'd think he was 8, not 38.
It's part of the training.
Good boy. Good boy.
That one's never going to be a bird dog, Adam. Probably run away if he saw so much as a woodcock up close. Not much of a birthday present, was it?
Nah. He likes it, though.
Here, Skip. Come on, let's go in now.
Come on, Adam. Let's hit a few baseballs and see how far we can get them.
We should probably go in. It'll be dark soon.
Afraid I'll beat you? Don't be a sissy.
But...
Just watch this.
Oh.
Look at that! A few more feet and you would have had to go fishing out of the pond for me. Now you.
But I'll just miss.
Take the bat.
All right.
See that now? You didn't miss. You must be getting better. Someday you might even get it as far as the mailbox. You've got your stance all wrong. Adam, you got to get your feet further apart, like this, and keep your shoulder back like this.
That one nearly cleared the oak tree.
Sure made that cow run. Go on. Here. See if you can hit the ball twice in a row.
All right. Wow. Look at that.
You beat me.
I bet I couldn't do it again. Not in a million years. I bet you can get yours a lot farther.
All right. This one's going in the pond. God damn it!
You only missed because you slipped a bit on the gravel. That one doesn't count.
I suppose you think that's funny.
I don't think it's funny. Anyone can miss.
Well, I'm not gonna miss your head.
Oh, you slipped, that's all.
What do you think you're doing?
Nothing.
You're trying to take him away from me, aren't you?
I don't want to take anybody away.
You're a goddamn mealy-mouthed liar. I took 6 bits and I bought Father a knife made in Germany for his birthday. 3 blades and a corkscrew.
Charles, don't.
Do you ever see him use it? I never even seen him hone it. What did he do with it? Did he give it to you? Thanks. He said like that. And that's the last I ever heard of a pearl-handled German knife that cost 6 bits. Did you spend 6 bits? Or even 4 bits? You gave him that mungle pup you picked up in a woodlot. That dog sleeps in his room. And where's the knife? Where's the knife? I'm gonna put a stop to this right now.
It was dark when consciousness came back quick and frightening to Adam. He heard footsteps, and he dragged himself to a ditch by the side of the road. There was a foot of water in it, and grass grew up from its sides. Adam crawled into the water, being careful to make no splash. The footsteps came close, slowed, moved on a little, came back.
Adam? Adam, where are you?
From his hiding place, Adam could see only darkness. A sulphur match was struck. Charles raised it and peered around, and Adam could see the hatchet in his right hand.
Adam? You can't hide from me.
When the match went out, Charles struck another one and then another, moving on, searching the road for signs. At last, he gave up and threw the hatchet far off into the field.
God damn it!
For a long time, Adam lay in the cool water. He wondered how his brother felt, wondered whether his passion now chilling he would feel panic or sorrow or sick conscience. But Charles was never sorry for anything.
Adam, what happened to you?
I just want to go to bed.
Let me clean you up first. I'll fetch some water.
No.
Why did he do it?
I don't know.
Don't you lie to me. Why did he do it? Now you tell me, or by God, I'll keep you standing here all night.
He doesn't think you love him.
think it's time you went into the army.
No, I don't want
to the age.
What about Charles?
He won't be going.
Why not?
Because things in him have to be chained down and not let loose.
Why are you making me go?
You got no proper fierceness, Adam. You let other people walk over you. Sometimes I think you'll never amount to a dog turd. But I love you better. I always have. Now, you go let your mother clean you up.
As soon as Adam was well enough, Cyrus took him the 40 miles into Marchville to see the recruiting officer who would send him to the west to fight Indians. As they entered the town, a girl of perhaps 11 years old sat on a low wall, uninterested in these passing strangers. But this was not to be the last time their paths would cross. Her name was Cathy Ames. Her hair was gold, her nose delicate and thin, her cheekbones high and wide. As though nature concealed a trap, she had a face of innocence. She was a liar, but did not tell harmless lies the way children do. She took pleasure when her lies caused other children to be whipped, and her father noticed she had remarkable luck in finding things: a gold charm, a little silken purse, a silver cross with red stones said to be rubies. Mr. Ames owned a tannery in the town and was well liked and respected. Cathy made him uneasy, and with each passing year his unease about her increased, especially after that strange incident with James Grew.
What is it? Who are you?
My name is James Grew. I'm Cathy's teacher.
It's after midnight. What do you want?
I've got to see you alone. I've got to talk to you.
Young man, I think you're either drunk or sick. Go home and get some sleep.
It can't wait. I've got to talk to you.
Come and see me in the morning.
It can't wait, Mr. Ames. It can't wait!
Who was that?
A drunk. Got the wrong house. I'll go back to bed.
As Mr. Ames went back to his room, he thought he heard Cathy go out. In the morning, he heard that James Grew had been found with the whole top of his head blown off. The coroner figured he'd propped up the shotgun on 2 books to bring the barrel in line with his temple and then used the stick to push the trigger. No one could figure why he had done it. That night at dinner, Cathy sat silent, eating with little dainty nips, and wiped her mouth often on her napkin. Her father wondered what it was James Grew had wanted to tell him. Soon after her 16th birthday, a change seemed to come over Cathy, and one Friday morning, just as Mr. Ames was about to leave for the tannery, Cathy lay in her bed, staring at the ceiling.
Hurry up, Cathy. You'll be late for school. It's nearly 9.
I'm not going.
Are you sick?
No.
Then hurry. Get up.
I've decided I'm never going to school again. Not ever.
Well, we'll just have to see what your father has to say about that.
What's going on here?
She says she's not going to school. Not today, not ever.
And what does Miss Fancy think she's going to do instead?
I don't know yet.
Listen to that insolence. That's what comes from being so soft on her.
You will get out of that bed, and you will get dressed and go to school.
What will you do if I don't?
Are you going to let her talk to you like that?
Peggy, get the buggy whip.
You're gonna whip me?
Unless you get out of that bed this minute.
You wouldn't dare.
Your mother's right. I've been far too lenient with you, but by God, you will do what I tell you.
I will do what I please.
Here it is.
Now go downstairs, Peggy.
You touch me, and you'll be sorry.
Mr. Ames lashed at Cathy's legs with the buggy whip. He had never done this before and was frightened at the noise and hurt he was creating.
Now, will you ever talk like that to me or your mother again?
No. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
See you remember who you are, and don't forget what I am.
I won't forget.
I hated to do that, Cathy. But I had to. We've spared the rod. Maybe we were wrong. Now, go and get ready for school.
Yes, Father. I'm so sorry, Father.
In the months that followed, Cathy was a changed girl. She helped out in the house, cleaning the cellar, stuffing papers all around the edges of the foundation to block the draft. When the doors stuck, she oiled the locks and the hinges. She kept the lamps filled and their chimneys clean. She invented a way of dipping them in a big can of kerosene that she had in the basement. She came into her father's office and helped with the business.
These invoices came in this morning. Would you like me to enter them into the purchase ledger?
If you wouldn't mind.
Not at all, Father.
I've got so much correspondence today. I still have to do the payroll.
I can do the payroll, if you want.
You sure you can manage it?
I've seen you do it lots of times. You'll have to open the safe for me, though.
About time you learned to do that yourself. Now, the combination is 12, 34, 16, 47, 39. Then you pull this lever. And there you are. You'll need to memorize the combination. You can't write it down.
Let me try. 12, 34, 16, 47, 39.
You've got a good head on your shoulders, Cathy. You might be running this business one day.
A few months later, Mr. Ames sent Cathy to the bank to pick up the payroll. Before she left the house, she went to the chicken yard and killed a pullet, draining its blood into a jelly jar. She hid it under the front steps and walked lightly, almost dancingly, to the bank. The fire broke out at about 3 in the morning. The Ames's house had gone up like a rocket. 2 bodies were found inside. When the Marchville coroner noted that the doors had been locked from the outside, it became a murder inquiry. The police went to Mr. Ames's office and found the safe open and papers scattered all over the floor. A broken window showed how the thief had entered. There were signs of a struggle and blood on the floor. A silver cross with red stones and a blue hair ribbon spattered with red were found among the papers. The ground for miles around was searched for new-turned earth, and likely pools were dredged. But Cathy's body was never found. The years passed, and the crime remained unsolved. While Adam was away in the army, Charles was spending most of his money and all of his energy on the farm. He cleared land, improved the drainage, built a new barn, and added 100 acres for planting tobacco.
Hello, Charles.
Adam, you're here. I couldn't believe it when I got your wire. Never heard anything from you in 10 years. 10 years. And then all of a sudden you say you're coming home. Good God, you look thin.
I guess I am. And a lot older. I see you've been doing a lot of work here.
Yes, I have. I'll show you around later. You hungry? Come into the house, I'll fix you something. Sit down. You look tired.
That's a real bad scar you got there, Charles.
I know. I was clearing the pasture for plowing. I got this damn thing trying to plow out a stone. I guess I lost my temper at it. The crowbar came up and hit me in the forehead there. Looks like somebody marked me like a cow. And the damn thing just keeps getting darker. Salt pork and eggs all right?
Sure.
Did you get the letters I sent you?
Yes, I did.
And why didn't you ever write back? You could have let us know how you were, what you were doing.
I guess I didn't want to think about what I was doing.
I read about the campaigns in the paper. You kill Indians?
Yeah, we killed Indians.
You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to.
I don't want to.
I thought you might let her go to the inn after supper. They got girls in now.
Girls?
Upstairs, pretty nice girls mostly.
I'm surprised the cops let them come in.
I was too at first. But it's run by a guy called Edwards, and he's got a system. He owns places all over the state and moves the girls around every 2-3 weeks. I thought with you coming home...
Another night, Charles.
Sure.
What's Father been doing? You still working for the War Department?
Well, no. I was going to write to you about that.
What's happened?
He's dead, Adam. About a month ago, just got pneumonia and went right out.
Is he buried here?
No. In Washington. Carried him in a caisson with a flag over it. The vice president was there. The president sent a wreath. It was all in the papers with pictures, too. You want to see them?
Maybe later.
Did you love him, Adam?
What are you getting at?
Did you or didn't you?
No, I didn't. Sometimes I admired him, but most of the time, I hated him.
I just can't get it through my head. He loved you more than anything in the world.
I don't believe that.
You don't have to. He didn't like me. He didn't like anything I gave him. Remember that present I gave him? The pocket knife? I cut and sold a lot of wood to get that knife. And you gave him a pup. I'll show you pictures of that pup. He was at his funeral. And a colonel was holding it. It was blind, couldn't walk. And they shot it a couple of days later.
I don't see what you're getting at.
I loved him.
Tell me about Mother.
She died. I wrote you. So long ago now. She must have known for years what she had, but never said nothing.
Well, you know what Father was like. You even told him he had a stomachache. He'd purge you so bad you thought your guts would come out both ways.
I guess he would have killed her up before the consumption ever did.
Charles, you want to say something, and you're walking around it like a terrier around a bush. You better say it before it bites you.
Adam, do you think it's possible for a father to be dishonest?
About what?
He made a will. Left everything equal to you and me. It's over $100,000.
You're crazy.
It's no mistake. And it doesn't make any sense. His salary was $130 a month. He paid his own room and board. He got 5 cents a mile and hotel expenses when he traveled. Where would he get that kind of money?
Maybe he had it all the time and we never knew.
No, he didn't have it all the time.
So where do you think it came from?
His discharge was with his papers the attorney sent me. And you know what? It says he went into the army in June 1861. He had 3 months training and he marched south. He was hit in the leg a month later and discharged in January.
I don't see what you're getting at.
He was not at Richmond in 1862. He was not at Gettysburg in 1863. And he was not at Appomattox in 1865. His whole life was a goddamn lie.
You mean you think he fooled all those people in Washington?
I know it. It's right there in black and white. And he's left us $100,000. It's a fortune. We can live the rest of our lives on it.
You say it like it was a jail sentence.
I think he stole that money, Adam. Think about it. He held down jobs in Washington, big jobs. He could have got into the Treasury, rigged the books.
You don't have any proof he stole anything. You just made that up because you don't know where it came from.
And you think we should take it?
Of course I think we should take it.
Even if he stole it?
We'll use it well. Maybe we'll go away, maybe to California.
I could never go away from here.
Well, let's see how it goes.
If Cyrus had been dishonest, he had done it well. No one ever asked about the money. Adam and Charles went to Washington to look at Cyrus's grave. They stood there a long time, then went away and didn't mention him again. When they came home, Charles went to the inn, drank some whiskey, and went upstairs with one of the girls. The whoremaster of the inn was Mr. Edwards. He didn't live in town. He ran his business empire from Hartford. He and his wife lived in a fashionable house in a fashionable area of the city, well away from his office in the back room of a brothel.
What do you want?
Are you Mr. Edwards?
Yes.
May I come in?
All right, but make it quick.
I understand you have some vacancies.
What makes you think that?
I was asking around and somebody said I might be able to get work here.
And did this somebody tell you the line of work I'm in?
Yes.
I run a whorehouse, my dear. The girls do what I tell them. I beat them if they don't. If they get pregnant, they get an abortion, or they get out. And when they're too old to make me any money, I kick them out in the street. Is that the kind of work you're interested in?
I need the money.
Look, first of all, I don't take on pretty girls. Some guy might fall in love with a pretty whore, and that's bad for business. And I don't take on smart girls. Smart girls end up blackmailing the rich clients, which is also bad for business. So I only take on the stupid ones. I can see you're not stupid. I can see you're very beautiful. So, I think you should get out of my office and go back to Mommy and Daddy. Oh, Jesus.
My father's dead, Mr. Edwards. Before he died, he let things go to pieces. We didn't know he borrowed money on the farm. I can't let the bank take it away from my mother. The shock would kill her. I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to beg. But I'm begging you, Mr. Edwards.
What's your name?
Catherine Amesbury.
I just can't understand how a girl like you, a beautiful girl like you,
I thought maybe I could make enough to keep up the interest. Just the interest.
Mr. Edwards had made it an unvarying rule not to believe anything his girls said at any time, and here he was, a big, fat, grown-up whoremaster, leaning his stomach against his desk while his cheeks darkened with blood and excited chills ran up his legs and thighs.
Well, now, my dear, maybe we can figure out some other way to get you that interest money.
If Mr. Edwards had ever heard about someone like himself doing what he was about to do, he would have laughed. For he, as cold-blooded a whoremaster as ever lived, had fallen hopelessly in love with Cathy Amesbury. He bought a sweet brick house for her. He bought her every imaginable luxury, over-decorated the house, kept it over-warm. The carpeting was too deep and the walls were covered with heavy framed pictures. It was his first experience of this kind of love, and it nearly killed him.
Oh, darling, come in. I missed you.
Oh, what took you so long? I was ringing that bell for 5 minutes.
I was upstairs. Guess I didn't hear it right away.
I tried the key, but it didn't work.
I lost my key and had to have the locks changed. I was scared not to. Anybody could get in. I'll get a new one made for you tomorrow.
Here, I bought this for you.
What is it?
You'll just have to open it.
Oh, darling, they're beautiful. Are these real pearls?
What, do you think I'd give you anything else?
Oh, you're so good to me. Help me put them on.
I came around yesterday. You weren't in.
I went shopping. I have to go shopping, you know. Such a nuisance when I do. All those men who just stare at me in the street like drooling dogs.
I don't like the thought of men looking at you that way.
They just look. It's not a sin to look, is it?
Here you are.
Let me look in the mirror.
Pretty classy, aren't they?
Are you sure they're real pearls?
Of course they're real.
They just seem a little too white for real, don't you think?
No, I don't think.
Oh, don't get mad, darling. I just don't want anyone taking advantage of you.
He had never experienced such misery. Adam Trask had not been home long before tensions began to build up. They lived by a routine established by Charles, and he never varied it. He awakened on the stroke of 4:30 as surely as if the brass pendulum of the clock had nudged him.
Adam, it's time to get up.
Oh, don't you ever forget.
You can't lay in bed and run a farm. How many eggs you want?
4. Every morning in the army, that damn bugle would sound, and I swore to God, if I ever got out, I would sleep till noon every day. Here I get up half an hour before reveille. Look at that snow.
It'll probably melt off when the sun comes up.
They don't have winter in California? It's just like spring all the time?
I like the winter.
You can raise anything there.
Sure, you can raise it, but when you got it, what are you going to do with it?
How about wheat? There's a lot of wheat in California.
The rust will get to it.
What makes you so sure? Things grow so fast in California, they say you have to plant and stand back quick or you get knocked down.
I don't know whether you notice it, but every other word you say is California. You want to go? Why don't you go?
I'll go when I want. This is my place, too.
Then why don't you do some work on it?
Will you tell me, Charles, what in hell we're working for? Take a look at us. Neither one of us has got a chick or a child, let alone a wife. The way we're going, it don't look like we ever will. We don't have time to look around for a wife.
I think you got knocker fever. Come to the inn tonight and get it cured up.
I never took much satisfaction in a whore.
It's all the same. Shut your eyes, you can't tell the difference.
Some of the boys in the regiment used to keep an Indian girl around. I had one for a while. She'd wash my clothes, mend, and do a little cooking.
And the other, how was that?
Good. And kind of sweet. Kind of gentle and soft.
You got a funny look in your eye. I guess you were kind of gone on that girl.
I guess I was.
What happened to her?
Smallpox.
Heard about that. Indians can't stand smallpox.
It kills them. We piled them up like they were logs. Over 200. Arms and legs sticking out. We piled brush on top and poured coal oil on. You're burning the bacon, Charles.
It'll be crisp. I like it crisp. There was a school teacher. Prettiest thing you ever saw. Yellow hair and such little feet. Sang, too, in the choir. And every young buck in the county took to going to church. Damn near stampeded the place. That was quite a while ago.
About the time you wrote about thinking to get married?
I guess so.
What happened to her?
Well, you know how it is. Women got kind of restless with her here. They got together. School board had her out halfway through the term. Feet no longer than that. Showed her ankles, too. Like it was an accident.
Maybe we ought to go away from here.
Are you still talking about California?
I guess so.
Then get out. Go to California. I want you off this place. Just get out, you son of a bitch!
Adam did leave. 3 months later, Charles got a colored picture postcard of the bay at Rio, and Adam had written on the back with a spluttery pen, "It's summer here when it's winter there. Why don't you come down?" 3 months later, there was another card from Buenos Aires. "Dear Charles, my God, this is a big city. I'm sending you a book." Charles looked for it all winter and well into spring, but no book came. Then, instead of the book, Adam arrived. To Catherine, Mr. Edwards was as cold a business proposition as his whorehouses were to him, and as he had his technique, so she had hers. No matter what he did, Catherine always managed to seem slightly dissatisfied. She gave him an impression of restlessness, as though she might take flight at any moment. And then, when she delicately sensed the near approach of insane, punishing rage, she sat in his lap and made him believe for a moment in her innocence. He knew she was stealing from him, but Mr. Edwards didn't dare accuse her for fear she would go away. Catherine was aware that he was having her followed, but she also knew there was nothing for him to find. Catherine was clever. She made only one bad slip.
Oh, darling, I wasn't expecting you.
I told you I'd come on Wednesday afternoon.
I completely forgot. I'm just on my way to the beauty salon.
Can it wait?
Darling, if you gave me money to hire a servant, I wouldn't have to go to the salon. You want me to look beautiful for you, don't you?
You're beautiful just as you are.
Darling,
I want to come in.
Oh, well, all right. I suppose I can go tomorrow.
I've brought champagne.
Champagne?
The very best. Nothing's too good for you, Catherine.
It makes me sick, darling. I've tried it. I can't drink it.
Nonsense. Just have one glass. It won't hurt you.
No. Thank you. I can't drink it.
It's not friendly of you not to have a glass with me.
I tell you, I don't want it.
This is silly. Do you want me to be angry with you?
No.
Then drink a glass. Drink it.
I didn't want to. Remember that.
She took the glass and poured it down. The blood flowed to her cheeks. She poured another glass for herself, and then another. Her eyes became set and cold. Mr. Edwards felt a fear of her.
Maybe you'd better not have any more.
Doesn't matter now. Much more will make a difference.
It's nice to have a glass or so, but...
You fat slug.
What?
Do you think I can't read every rotten thought you're thinking?
I don't know what you mean.
You've been wondering, haven't you? You've been wondering where a nice girl like me learned all the tricks I know.
No.
Do you want me to tell you? I learned them in cribs. I worked in places you never even heard of for 4 years.
You don't know what you're saying.
Sailors bought me little tricks from Port Said.
You're drunk.
You thought your champagne would make me talk. Well, I'm talking.
No more.
I know tricks, all right. I know every nerve in your lousy body, and I can use every one of them.
No more. No more.
Go on, go. You'll be back for more.
Mr. Edwards went back to his office, and for the first time since he was a little boy, he cried.
Mr. Edwards.
Come in. What did you find?
I've been following her for 3 months. She hasn't met anybody. Not a woman or a man.
You're sure of that?
She only goes to public places. Dressmakers, grocery store, beauty salon.
Pawn shop?
She only pawns jewelry.
Nobody visits the house?
Nobody but you. And I've been inside. There's nothing to show anyone else has been there. She keeps a lot of money in an oak box in the cellar.
I didn't think she kept it in the bank. Is that all you've got?
Except for this.
The Nashville Chronicle?
There's an article in there I think you'll be interested in.
Darling, I've been so worried about you. Where have you been?
I want to talk to you.
I want to talk to you, too. Darling, I'm so sorry. I didn't know what I was saying. None of what I said is true. None of it. You know how much I love you. It was the champagne. I told you I shouldn't drink it. Oh, darling, will you ever forgive me?
Get your coat. I thought we'd go for a little trip.
Where?
Little town not far from here. I have a business there. You told me once you wanted to work. You're going to work.
I don't want to now.
Or maybe you'd rather go to Marchville.
Marchville?
There was a big fire there about 5 years ago. 3 people were murdered. One of the bodies was never found. Remember that fire? You must remember it. You even got your picture in the paper.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to put you in one of the rooms at the inn here. And in 2 weeks, I'm going to move you to another inn in another town. And then another. Until you're no use to me anymore.
Where are we going? There's no one around here.
Just one thing I need to do first.
What? No! Oh, no! No! No!
You scheming bitch! What do you take me for? Huh? Bitch! What do you take me for? No. Oh, no. Good God.
For a while after Adam came back from his travels, the brothers would sit together in the evening and review old times. And for a while they recounted times when they were apart. And finally, they relapsed into long, ugly silences. The hours of speechless work, the guarded courtesy, the flashes of anger.
You burnt that bacon again.
It's crisp, I told you. I like it crisp.
You like it burnt.
Look, Adam, can we just eat our supper and not have a fight this time?
Who's fighting?
What's that?
What's what?
I thought I heard something on the stoop.
Probably a cat.
I'm gonna need some water for the coffee. Can you go and get some?
If we had running water, I wouldn't need to go.
Well, we don't.
We could have running water, though.
Don't start up again.
Why, we could build a new house. Bathtub, running water, water closet. We got the money.
You can keep your fancy ideas.
It would be nice to go to the toilet without going outside.
Nothing wrong with going outside.
I'm going to be 30, Charles. That's half a life. And you.
Here it comes, wasting your life.
I am wasting it, Charles. And so are you. We're not poor people anymore.
I don't want a new house.
So maybe I'll build myself a pretty little house. Right over by the woodlot. Say, how would that be?
I don't want it on the place.
The place is half mine.
I'll buy you out.
I don't have to sell.
Then I'll burn your goddamn house down. Those goddamn cats!
What Charles saw when he opened the door was not a cat, but a dirty bundle of rags and mud trying to worm its way up the steps. One skinny hand clawed slowly at the stairs, the other dragged helplessly behind. There was a caked face with cracked lips and eyes peering out of swollen, blackened sockets. The forehead was laid open, oozing blood back into the matted hair.
What is it?
I don't know.
It's a girl. Give me a hand. Let's get her in. Here. Now look out for that arm. It looks broken.
Where are we supposed to put her?
We'll put her in my bed. You better go for the doctor.
Don't you think we should hitch up the rig and take her in?
Move her? Are you crazy?
For God's sake, Adam, think about it. 2 men living alone, they've got this in their house. They'll be all over the county in 2 hours. How'd you know who she is? How'd she get here? What happened to her?
If you don't go, I will.
I'll go. But I think you're making a mistake.
Shh. Hey, don't try to talk. I'm gonna take care of you. Huh? Don't you worry. Is she gonna be all right?
Well, her left arm and 3 ribs are broken, jaw's cracked, skull's cracked. I've had to sew the scalp back together, clear down to the forehead.
She'll have a bad scar. Who is she?
How do we know? We found her on the porch.
Whoever she is, that girl didn't fall under a harrow, even if it looks that way. Somebody did this to her. Somebody who didn't like her at all.
What kind of a person would do this?
I don't know, but the sheriff's on his way. Maybe he can find out.
The sheriff? He's not going to try and talk to her.
It's up to him. And she's pretty badly hurt. He's going to have to arrange for someone to take care of her.
I'm going to take care of her.
What are you talking about?
She can stay here.
What the hell's got into you? We can't have her here.
It's my place as much as yours, Charles. If she has to go, I'll go too.
Cathy lay in a cave of shock and opium. Over and over she saw the face of Mr. Edwards dissolve into murder. She had learned fear now. He knew about the fire. Did anyone else know? And her mind sniffed about like a rat looking for an escape.
She must have a name. Somebody must know her.
You heard the doctor. Her skull's cracked. How do you know she can remember anything?
Well, I guess we'll find out then.
I don't
Adam,
want you to...
Adam, goddammit. Doesn't matter what you want. I am the sheriff. And if somebody tried to kill her, then it's my job to catch him while I can.
Just let him do his job, Adam.
Miss, I don't want to bother you, but can I ask you a few questions?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see? She wants to. What's your name?
I don't know.
What do you remember about what happened?
Black. I can't think.
Well, don't you remember who you are? Where you came from?
No, mixed up. Help me.
Well, thank you for trying anyway, ma'am.
Cathy was in trouble, and her mind ranged for a way out of it. Over the next few weeks, Charles watched uneasily as Adam took care of the girl they found on their doorstep. He cooked for her, going through recipes used by his mother and his stepmother. He washed her, kept her stitches clean, helped her onto the bedpan. Adam couldn't remember ever having been so happy, and he paid no attention to Charles's brooding presence. It didn't seem to bother Adam that he didn't know her name. She had said to call her Cathy.
Adam? Is that you?
No, it's me, Charles.
Oh. Would you mind coming in here for just a minute, please?
What do you want?
I just noticed you don't come in much.
That's right.
You don't want me.
I guess that's right, too.
Will you tell me why?
I don't trust you.
Why not?
For a start, I don't believe you lost your memory.
What makes you say that?
I don't know. That's just why I don't trust you.
But why would I lie?
I don't know. But there's something about you that I almost recognize.
You never saw me in your life.
And how do you know I never saw you?
What are you gonna do? About me?
I'm gonna get you out of here just as soon as I can. My brother turned full, but I'm gonna bring him round even if I have to lick him.
You're a mean man.
I don't think I'm half as mean as you are under that nice skin.
How long before you put me out?
About a week, 10 days. As soon as you can get around.
Suppose I don't go.
I think you will. Because when you had all that dope, you talked a lot in your sleep.
I don't believe you.
All right, then. Don't. If you go, I won't tell what I heard. And if you don't, you'll know all about it. And so will the sheriff.
Charles went outside. Back at the hen house, he laughed and slapped his leg.
I thought she was smarter than that.
And he felt more easy than he had for days. Charles had frightened Cathy badly, and if he had recognized her, so had she recognized him. He was the only person she'd met who'd played it the same way as she did. She knew that her tricks would not work with him. Her money was gone. She had to be sheltered, and would have to be for a long time. She was tired and sick. Her mind went skipping among possibilities.
Adam.
You're awake then. I went to the drugstore and got some painkiller. This will taste horrible. It's good stuff, though.
You're so good. So kind. I wonder why. I've brought you nothing but trouble.
You have not. You brightened up the whole house. Now, you just give that half an hour, you'll be feeling a lot better.
Oh, Adam, I'm afraid. I'm so afraid.
What are you afraid of? Can I help you?
I don't think anyone can help me.
Well, tell me and let me try.
Oh, that's the worst part. I can't even tell you.
Why not? If it's a secret, I won't tell.
Adam, I didn't ever lose my memory.
Then why did you say that?
Did you love your father, Adam?
I guess I revered him more than loved him.
If someone you revered was in trouble, wouldn't you do anything to save him?
Well, sure. I guess I would.
Well, that's how it is with me.
What happened, Cathy? Who hurt you?
That's what I can't tell you.
Was it your father?
No, but it's all tied up together.
You mean if you told me who hurt you, then your father would be in trouble?
Adam, I can't tell you anymore. You need to trust me. Will you trust me?
Of course.
You understand so much.
Oh, shh. Hey, it's all right. It's all right. Cathy, will you marry me?
5 days later, when Charles had gone to buy some calf feed, Adam drove the buggy to the kitchen steps. He helped Cathy in and tucked a blanket around her knees, then drove to the county seat and was married to her by a justice of the peace.
Why? Why did you do it?
Why not? Can a man get married?
She's no goddamn good, I tell you. She's a whore.
Keep your filthy mouth shut about my wife.
She's no more a wife than an alley cat. I won't live in the same house with her.
You won't have to. I'm going away. You can have the farm. You can stay here and rot for all I care.
Please, Adam. Throw her out. She'll tear you to pieces.
You're just jealous.
She'll destroy you.
How do you know so much about her?
I don't.
Then keep your mouth shut. Here, I brought us some tea.
I heard you arguing with your brother.
I won't let him say those things about you.
Why does he hate me so much?
You don't have to worry about that. We're getting out. We're going to California. Just as soon as you're well enough to travel.
I don't want to go to California.
It'll be Charles going out to the inn. It'll be good for him. He'll get a little drunk and he'll feel better.
You forgot the sugar bowl.
Oh, I'll just get it. The sun shines all the time in California. It's beautiful. The sea, the mountains. We get a piece of land.
Cathy got up and walked to the nightstand, looking stronger than Adam would ever have seen her. She picked up a bottle and measured out a teaspoon of the liquid in it.
Yeah, I've seen it in pictures. Can't wait to see the real thing. Here you go. You want me to put the sugar in for you?
Thank you. Adam, tonight, Adam, I can't be a wife to you until I'm well.
I know. I'll wait.
You better drink this quickly. It's getting cold.
Pretty strong. Is it too strong for you?
I like it strong.
Does it taste a little strange to you? It's got a funny taste.
Doesn't taste funny to me. Go on, have some more. Oh, no, wait. I think you got the wrong cup. That was mine. It had my medicine in it.
I guess it can't hurt me.
No, it can't, but I hope I don't need to call you in the night.
What do you mean?
That was my sleeping medicine.
Charles came back at 11 o'clock. He went into his room, flung off his clothes, and got into bed. He grunted and turned, trying to get comfortable. And then he opened his eyes to see Cathy standing by his bed.
What do you want?
What do you think?
Where's Adam?
Asleep. Move over, little.
I already been with the whore tonight.
Move over, little.
What about your broken arm?
It's not your worry. Now move over.
All right, then. Poor bastard.
In East of Eden, Adam was played by Robin Laing, Cathy by Holliday Grainger, Charles, Stephen Duffy, Cyrus, Jimmy Chisholm, Mrs. Ames, Anita Vettesse, Mr. Ames, Nick Underwood, and Mr. Edwards by Gavin Mitchell. The narrator was David Yip. East of Eden by John Steinbeck was dramatised by Donna Franceschild and is a BBC Scotland production directed in Glasgow by Kirsty Williams. East of Eden by John Steinbeck, dramatised by Donna Franceschild.
Sometimes a kind of glory lights up in a man. The skin tastes the air and every deep down breath is sweet. A man may have lived all his life in the grey. Its events, even the important ones, may have trooped by faceless and pale. And then, the glory. So bright was Adam's glory that when Cathy said she did not want to go to California, he did not listen. And he did not notice the sullen pain in his brother's eyes when he shook his hand at the station. Adam had sold his share of the farm to Charles for less than it was worth, and with that and his father's money, he was free and rich. Adam bought the best farm in the Salinas Valley and now sat like a sleek-fed cat on his land. Under a giant oak, he looked out at the acres lying away to the river, the rounded foothills on the western side, the line of willows and sycamores banded in the middle. And this was where I found him that day. You, Mr. Trask?
Yes.
One of the carpenters said I find you here. My name Lee.
Oh, well, pleased to meet you, Lee. Is that a Chinese name?
Yeah, but I'm American. I was born here.
Oh. What can I do for you?
I understand you look for a cook?
That's right. What kind of experience do you have?
I've worked in the kitchens of ranches all over the valley. Even worked on this ranch when it was owned by the Sanchez farmer.
That would have been a long time ago.
It was. I'm not a young man, but I am an excellent cook.
Well, I guess I better give you the job then. Come on. I'll show you the kitchen. You can meet my wife, Cathy. As you can see, I'm having the old house rebuilt. The last owner actually had his cows in there. But I bought this place for the land, not the house.
The land here is very good.
I'm going to have to sink a well or two to try and find water.
I know a man who can help you with that. His name is Samuel Hamilton.
He's good?
I think he could find water beneath the Mojave Desert if he drilled deep enough.
Well, this is the kitchen. Not much in it so far. Cathy?
I can go into Pajaro tomorrow. I will buy pots, kettles, pans, kegs, jars, glass.
I'm sure glad you're here. I didn't even know where to start. My wife hasn't been too well. Won't be up for doing the heavy kitchen work for a while yet. Cathy! Cathy! Come and meet the cook. His name's Lee. He's gonna... Oh, God. Cathy! Cathy!
Adam had found Cathy near dead from loss of blood. The sheets of her bed were soaked in it. Adam held her hand and did not leave her side as Dr. Tilson examined her and stopped the bleeding with packing.
Is she going to be all right?
Why don't you wait downstairs, Mr. Trask?
She'll be all right, won't she?
Just go downstairs. I'll call you pretty soon. Now, I want you to tell me, Mrs. Trask, why did you do it?
Do what?
Your husband doesn't even know, does he?
I don't understand.
You understand perfectly well. What did you use, a knitting needle? Well, you're a fool. You've nearly killed yourself and you haven't lost your baby. Now, what made you do this? All right. You won't speak. You don't have to. But I'll tell you this. There's a law in this state about abortion. And if this happens again, if you lose this baby, I will have you charged. I will testify against you, and I will see you punished. Do I make myself clear?
I'm sorry, Doctor. I'm sorry.
Why don't you want to have the baby? You've got a good husband, don't you?
You don't understand.
And why don't you tell me?
Adam is so good. So strong. I'm tainted. Epilepsy. My grandfather, my father, my brother. I couldn't bring that on my husband.
You can't be certain your baby will have it. It's more probable that he'll be fine and healthy.
Please don't tell my husband about this.
All right. I won't tell him. But only if you promise me you won't do this again.
I promise.
Please, Doctor, tell me, is she sick?
She's sick, all right, Mr. Trask, with the only good sickness there is. She's going to have a baby. Congratulations.
If Adam was resting like a sleek-fed cat on his land, Cathy was cat-like too. She had the attribute of abandoning what she could not get and waiting for what she could. She had no choice now but to sit out her pregnancy as she would have weathered an illness.
What do you think, Mr. Hamilton?
Well, I knew it was good land, but I didn't think it was this good. You've got water there, all right.
When can you start?
Well, as soon as I get the materials.
And we had a farm in Connecticut. Nothing but stones in the soil that you had to dig out one at a time. You'd have to go a long way to find a stone here.
You ever been out west before?
My father put me in the army. And they sent me out here to fight the Indians.
You don't look like a military man.
I wasn't a good one.
And what makes you say that?
I guess I just couldn't find a good enough reason for killing.
Maybe there isn't one.
When I came out of the army, it was like dragging myself out of a swamp. And then Cathy came. Suddenly a day was good to wake up to. And I wasn't afraid anymore. Seem to be telling you everything.
You must want to.
Look, you'll stay for supper? And Cathy will want to meet you. Cathy, this is Samuel Hamilton. He's going to drill a few wells for us.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Hamilton.
Well, please call me Samuel.
And you know Lee.
Yeah.
Looks like we're just in time for supper.
I'll settle the place to the table.
Please, sit down. Samuel's invented a windmill that can power the pumps to bring up the water. We can grow anything we want here.
Do you like our valley, Mrs. Trask?
What? Oh, yes.
You look well. Is this your first baby?
Yes it is.
I've got 9. Big Irish family. I brought every one of them into the world myself. But the first, that's always special.
Yeah, I wanted the house to be ready for the baby, but it looks like the baby's going to be ready first.
If it isn't impertinent to ask, Mrs. Trask, when's it due?
In about 6 weeks. My wife is one of those paragons, a woman who doesn't talk much.
Sometimes silence tells the most.
You shivered, Samuel. Are you cold?
Well, no. Goose walked over my grave, I guess. Well, thank you for supper. You certainly know how to fry chicken, Lee.
Would you like me to bring you a whiskey, Mr. Hamilton?
No, I really must head home now. My wife will be wondering where I am.
Well, let me walk you down to the stables.
No, stay with your wife.
I'll walk down with you.
Good night, then. Nice to meet you, Mrs. Trask.
Yep.
He's a good man. I like him. Imagine, one day you'll see this whole valley green with alfalfa. When the baby's born, you can ride over the whole place with me. You haven't really seen it.
Adam, I didn't want to come here. I'm not going to stay here. And as soon as I can, I will go away.
Don't talk nonsense. You're like a child away from home for the first time. Everything will change after the baby is born. You'll see.
Samuel Hamilton brought in his well rig later that week. He slept in a tent beside the work and cooked over a campfire. Adam fluttered like a bewildered bee confused by too many flowers. He sat by Cathy and sketched for her the new fan blade Samuel had invented. When he was with Samuel, all his talk was of birth and childcare. It was a good time for Adam, the best time.
Mr. Hamilton! Mr. Trask says you come quickly. Mrs. Trask having baby.
Well, then go fetch the doctor.
No time. You're coming very fast. Mr. Trask wants your help. He says you delivered 9 babies.
All right, I'll come. What are those blankets doing on the windows?
She says the light hurts her eyes.
There will have to be light.
She says it hurts her eyes.
Look, I'm sorry, Adam, but I'm going to have to ask you to get out of the room.
No, Sam.
Because I don't want you in the way, and I don't want you bursting in if you hear anything either. You wait for me to come out. Now go. Go!
All right.
The way you're going, I don't think it'll be long before your baby's here. Look, let me put this cloth on your forehead. There. Well, that's quite a scar you've got on your head, dearie. How did you get that?
It was then her head jerked up and her sharp teeth fastened on his hand.
Stop it! Stop it!
He tried to pull his hand away, but her jaw was set, mangling his hand the way a terrier worries a sack. Blood spurted from the wound, but she would not let go. And she did not let go until the labor pain subsided.
Sorry, Samuel. It was the pain.
Samuel, is she all right?
Yes. And you have 2 fine sons.
Twins! I got twins, Lee!
Twins!
Kathy?
Samuel, your hand. Did she bite you?
Yes. I think this is going to give me trouble.
Why did she bite you?
I don't know. She's a strange thing. You know, when I bundled both boys up, I said, "Do you want to see your sons now?" She said no.
Let me take care of that, Samuel. A human bite is more poisonous than a snake's. For a week, Cathy stayed in bed and gathered her strength. She would not feed the babies, and Adam had to send me to Salinas to buy a nursery bottle. On Saturday of the 2nd week, Cathy told me I should take the day off. She said the rest would do me good. She insisted, so I went.
Cathy, I got you some supper. I'm afraid I can't cook like Lee, but... Oh, you're up. You must be feeling better. Come and have something to eat.
I'm not hungry.
Kathy, what are you doing?
Packing. I'm going now.
Going? I don't believe you.
Don't give a damn what you believe.
But the babies...
You can throw them in one of your wells for all I care.
Kathy, you're sick. You can't go. Not from me.
I can do anything to you. Any woman can do anything to you. You're a fool.
I won't let you go.
Adam? You can't keep me here. Unlock the door. Unlock the door.
Not until you come to your senses. You're sick. I won't let you leave. Kathy.
Oh, Adam. I don't know what I'm doing. Forgive me. Since the babies came, I just don't. Help me, Adam. Please.
Kathy, my dear. Oh.
The heavy slug hit and tore out a piece of his shoulder blade. Cathy moved slowly toward him, as she might toward a wounded animal. He stared up into her eyes, which inspected him impersonally.
Kathy, please.
Then she tossed his Colt 44 on the floor beside him and walked out of the house. When I came back that night, I found the babies crying and Adam on the ground bleeding. It's a miracle he did not bleed to death. The doctor came and then the sheriff. Adam told the sheriff he had accidentally shot himself while cleaning his gun. He also said his wife had gone to visit relatives. The sheriff did not believe him, but Adam stuck to his story. He took a detailed description of Mrs. Trask, wide-set eyes, yellow hair, a scar on her forehead, and then told his deputy to investigate. He suspected that Adam had murdered his wife.
Good morning, Lee. Well, you sure have a handful with those two.
It's certainly not easy. If I give milk to one, the other cries. I give milk to the other, and his brother cries.
Jealousy is a terrible thing. Where are the carpenters today?
Adam fired them yesterday. He say he changed his mind about the house.
I guess he feels like there's no one to fix it up for anymore.
Where is he? Out there, sitting under the oak tree. He sit there until it gets dark and then go to bed. The next day, he sits there again.
Maybe I'll go out and see him before I get started, though.
He'll be glad to see you.
Hello, Adam. How's that shoulder?
It's healing.
My boys are coming out to help me this afternoon. We're hoping to sink the last borehole.
No. I don't want any wells. I'll pay for the work you did.
You'll need water if you want to plant alfalfa.
I don't want to plant anything.
Listen, Adam, I guess the last bad habit a man will give up is advising.
I don't want advice.
Well, nobody does. It's a giver's present. Go through the motions, Adam. Act out being alive, like a play. After a while, a long while, it will be true.
Why should I?
You're going to pass something down no matter what you do, or if you do nothing. Even if you let yourself go fallow, the weeds will grow, and the brambles. Something will grow. Go through the motions, Adam. As there's no work for me to do today, I guess I'll go home.
No, please. The babies are asleep now. Why don't you have a glass of Incapi with me, huh?
What's that?
A kind of Chinese brandy. Please, Mr. Hamilton, sit.
Isn't it time you started calling me Samuel?
I'll call you Samuel, then.
What's this you're reading? The Bible? I didn't know you were a Christian.
I'm a seeker of wisdom. I read many books.
I had to memorize parts of the Bible when I was a boy. when I read it again a long time later, I discovered it was full of contradictions.
As life is. Please, drink.
This tastes like rotten apples.
Yes, but nice rotten apples.
You weren't born in China, were you, Lee?
No, I was born here.
I mean no disrespect, but I can't figure out why an ignorant man like me from the black bogs of Ireland with a head full of Gaelic and a tongue like a potato can speak better English than you.
Me talking Chinese talk.
No, well, forgive me if I don't believe that.
How can I explain? If I should go out and speak to a lady or gentleman as I'm doing now, I would not be understood.
Why not?
Because it would not be what they expect of a servant.
I don't understand.
You were born in Ireland. In a few years you can almost disappear, while I, who was born in Grass Valley, went to school here and have a degree from the University of California, have no chance of mixing.
But if you dressed and talked like the other people...
I tried that once. To the so-called whites, I'm still a Chinese, but an untrustworthy one. And at the same time, my Chinese friends stayed clear of me.
Well, do you mind if I ask you a question?
You want to know why a man of learning is content to be a servant.
How did you know?
It seems to follow. I don't know where being a servant came into disrepute. It is the refuge of the philosopher. Properly carried out, it is a position of power, even of love.
That must be a lonely life.
That's the only fault with it. But I'm too busy to think about it too much. 3 months later, the deputy reported back to the sheriff with information. There was a whorehouse in Salinas owned by a woman called Faye. It was a nice, quiet, well-run place. It even had a piano player. A new girl had started there, and the same week Cathy disappeared. The girl was called Kate and had yellow hair, wide-set eyes, and a scar on her forehead.
Come in.
I thought you might like some tea, Faye.
Oh, Kate, you're so good to me. Would you like a walnut?
No, thank you.
They are really fresh. Oh, dear God.
I keep telling you, you need to see a dentist about that tooth.
Oh, could you bring me that medicine, dear?
And if you won't see the dentist, you should not eat walnuts.
I still don't understand why you came here, Kate. You could get a husband and a surrey and a house in town with no trouble at all.
If only life was that simple.
Then why don't you tell me what's so complicated about it?
It's hard to explain. Please don't ask me.
I once had a girl who was supporting her baby, and no one knew for a long, long time. Do you have a baby, dear?
I've got to go downstairs now.
No, you don't. Please. Sit here with me. I don't like you working here, Kate.
I've told you I need the money.
I've been thinking about that. How would you feel about managing the house? You could take care of things for me. I'm not always well, you know. And I could pay you as much as you make and more.
I do love you, but I can't take your money. Please. I have to go downstairs now, Mother. Sorry, I mean, Faye.
No. Please. You can call me Mother.
Kate, I've been looking for you. Mr. Whitley's been waiting 20 minutes.
I'm on my way, Ethel.
It's really quiet tonight. You'll probably close early.
No, we'll close at 2, as usual.
It had been over a year since Kate had left Adam bleeding on the bedroom floor. The physical wounds had healed, but the wounds of his soul had not. I did not know what to do. So I turned to the only wise man I knew.
Ah, Lee! Ah, there's a face I have not seen in a long while.
I don't like to disturb your work, sir.
That's all right. My wife says I'll use any excuse to avoid it, and now you've given me one. Well, how are the boys? Well, they must be a year old by now.
15 months.
Oh.
That's what I've come to talk to you about.
The boys? Is everything all right?
No, it's not. The house has been left unfinished. The garden's overgrown with weeds. The boys laugh, they cry. But Adam seems to feel nothing for them.
Who's taking care of them?
I am. I cook for them, I bathe and feed them. Their first words were in Cantonese. Perhaps you could come to the house tonight. There was something you need to make him do.
Oh, it's hard to make a man do what he doesn't want to do. What is it? Adam!
What are you doing here?
Adam! I want to talk to you.
Please, go away.
Where are your boys?
I don't know.
You don't? Lee's putting them to bed. I can see the light in the window.
What do you want?
I want you to tell me their names.
Please, go.
I will, when you tell me their names.
What business is it of yours?
Your boys are 15 months old and you haven't named them. What's the matter with you? Have you no love? I can't think of a man picking up a rock who wouldn't have put a name to it by evening.
Their mother left them motherless.
And you've left them fatherless. Look, you've been sitting under this tree for 15 months.
Samuel, I'll ask just once and then no more. Has there been any news of her? Any news at all?
No.
I wonder who she was. I wonder what kind of blood is in my boys.
I don't much believe in blood. I think that when a man finds good or bad in his children, he's seeing only what he planted in them.
You can't make a racehorse of a pig.
No, but you can make a very fast pig. Come on. We'll go in and we'll name those boys.
Are they asleep now? Sometimes it's very hard. The one goes to sleep easily, but then his brother wakes him.
Maybe he just likes the company.
I thought you might like a whiskey.
Indeed I would.
Sit down with us, Lee.
We're trying to think of names.
Oh, I have a Bible. The Bible has a lot of names in here.
Oh, well, that's a big book. Now, we're going to start from the beginning. Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel. Oh, well, maybe not Cain and Abel.
Isn't it odd that Cain is one of the best-known names in the Bible and only one man has ever borne it?
I haven't heard that story since I was a child. I'm not even sure I remember all of it. They were brothers.
Yeah, here. Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in the process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord. And Abel he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering, but unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect.
Oh, I got a shiver when you read that.
And for this hurt, Cain murdered his brother.
So God banished him and branded him.
Cain went out from the presence of the Lord and dwelt in the land of Nod on the east of Eden.
I remember being a little outraged by God for that. Both Cain and Abel gave what they had, and God accepted Abel and rejected Cain. I never thought that was just.
Even God can have a preference, can't he? Let's suppose he likes lamb better than vegetables.
Yeah, but we are descended from this. This is our father. What chance did we have?
Now, I rode over here to help you name the twins, and so far all I've done is drink your whiskey.
So name me some names.
Perhaps Caleb and Joshua? Out of all the people who started out of Egypt, they were the only ones that got to the Promised Land.
I like Caleb, but Joshua was a soldier. I don't like soldiering.
I've always liked Aaron, but he didn't make it to the Promised Land, though.
Aaron? Yeah, that's good enough. Caleb and Aaron.
I think you have your names, Adam. To Caleb and Aaron.
To Caleb and Aaron.
You are now people and have a right to be damned.
Fay was eventually able to persuade Kate to take over the day-to-day running of the business. She ran the office, looked after the ledgers, ordered all the supplies, and paid the invoices. She found ways of increasing profits. She bought produce like beans and peaches direct from the farmers to lower the food bill, and planned to can them for the winter. Fay beamed with pride as only a mother could. One night, she asked Kate to come and see her after the place closed. She had a surprise for her.
What in the world?
Kate, there you are.
Candles? Chocolates? A cake?
And champagne, bottles of the stuff.
Looks like a party.
It is. A party for my dear daughter.
But why?
Because I want to give you a present. Bring me that little mahogany box.
What's in it?
Oh, open it and find out.
What's this?
It's my will.
All my worldly goods, without exception, to Kate Albee, because I regard her as my daughter.
All legal and witnessed by the cook. Are you pleased?
Mother, I didn't know anyone could be so good.
I know a will is a strange present, but it means more than that. Now that you're my real daughter, I can tell you. We have cash and securities in excess of $60,000.
I don't like to think about you dying.
Oh, everyone should make a will. Now dry those eyes. This is a celebration. To my dear daughter.
I don't drink very much. It's not good for me.
Nonsense. You're not going to let an old woman get silly by herself.
You're not an old woman, Mother.
Don't talk. Drink. Now come on. Down the rat hole.
All right.
Let me see the bottom, child. You see how good it is? Fill it up again.
The transition came to Kate almost immediately after the second glass. Her fear of anything disappeared. This was what she was afraid of, and now it was too late.
I bet you can't drink 2 without stopping.
Don't bet me, Kate, you'd lose. I can drink 6 without stopping.
Let me see ya.
The contest started, and a puddle of champagne spread out over the tabletop.
Kate, we are gonna have such a good life. I've always wanted to go to Europe. Let's go to Europe.
Maybe we'll do that sometime, but not now.
Why not? I have plenty of money.
And we'll make plenty more.
We could sell the house. Maybe get $10,000
We're not gonna sell the house.
What do you mean? It's my house. I can sell it.
Did you forget? I'm your daughter.
Is there more champagne?
Sure. Here, drink it out the bottle.
No.
Oh, that's right, Mother.
What are you doing?
Spill it down your neck. Get it under your corset, Mother, against your fat stomach.
Okay, don't be mean.
I'm gonna show you how to run a whorehouse. We'll fix those gray slugs who come in here and dump their nasty little loads for $1. You think they gave me $1? They gave me 10. And the price is going up all the time.
Kate, don't talk like that. You're not like that.
Take down the pants of one of my regulars and you'll see the heel marks in his groin and the little cuts that bleed for a long time. That's the way this house is gonna be. That's what they pay $20 for.
I run a good house. I want you out.
But we're having a party. Come on, Mother dear, drink.
No.
Drink.
No, don't. Don't.
Fay mumbled thickly for a while, then relaxed in her chair and slept. Dread began to gather in the corners of Kate's mind, and out of dread came panic. She washed her face, then dragged Fay to bed, undressed her, and put her clothes away. She went to her own room and put on her nightgown before slipping back into Fay's room. Then she poured cold water into her ear.
It's all right. It's all right. You had a bad dream.
Oh, Kate. It was horrible. Horrible. How could I have dreamed something like that?
Go back to sleep.
Oh, I'm afraid to. What if I dream it again?
Poor little mother. I'll stay right here beside you and keep the dreams away.
Oh, Kate. You're so good to me.
The next day, Kate accused the cook of telling that he had witnessed Fay's will and betraying what was supposed to have been secret. Kate made sure one of the girls overheard. When word got round to all the whores, they worried that the will might change things for the worse. But if anything, Kate was kinder in the months that followed. And for this, Kate was well loved, particularly by Fay, for whom she was a devoted daughter. No matter how busy she was with running the house, Kate always made time to sit and talk, to cook for her, and to cheerfully do whatever errand she needed her to run.
Good morning, Dr. Wilde.
Oh, good morning, Kate. You startled me. How did you get in?
It wasn't locked. I came in to wait.
Wasn't locked? Well, getting old, I guess. Forgetful. Come for the Epsom salts?
Yes.
Fay's still having stomach trouble?
Yes. I hate to see her in so much pain.
You tell her she wouldn't need so much Epsom salt if she got more sleep and ate more vegetables.
I'll tell her. Oh, and she said to get her an eye dropper, too. Have you got one?
The next Sunday night, Kate crept into the backyard and dug a little hole. She took out a small bag of broken glass and an eyedropper, dropped them into the hole and covered it over with tufts of grass. Then she went upstairs to make supper for Fay. It was just what the doctor had ordered, vegetable soup and string bean salad.
Help me! Help me! It's Kate! Help me! Oh, what happened? Oh, we just had our nice supper, and she said she didn't feel well, and then she just doubled over like this.
Somebody fetch Dr. Wilde.
Oh, Kate! Kate! My dear child!
You look flushed, Fay. You all right? Fay!
Oh!
Fay!
Oh!
Kate? Kate, are you awake?
Ethel?
You look a little better this morning. I've never seen someone so sick in my life. Doctor says you're going to be all right, though. He said to give you some warm milk if you're hungry.
What was it? What happened?
Food poisoning.
Not from the food I made.
Dr. Wilde says it was probably the string beans we canned. There's this real bad kind of poisoning you can get. He says you're lucky to be alive.
What about Mother?
She wasn't as lucky.
You mean she... No. Oh, no, not her. Oh, not her. She's all
Kate was so distraught about Faye's death that she forgot completely about the will. It was Ethel who finally remembered. As the years passed, the twins became increasingly different from each other. If Aaron came upon an anthill in a little clearing in the brush, he would lie on his stomach and watch the ants. If Cal came upon the same anthill, he would kick it to pieces.
I got it. I got a rabbit. The arrow went right through the heart. Sure did. Lee can cook it tonight. Father likes rabbit stew.
You can take the credit, Aaron. I'll tell them you did it, and I'll say it was a hard shot, too.
Well, we can say we both shot together and we don't know who hit it. We can divide up the credit. After all, it was my arrow.
No, it wasn't. You look at the feather. See that nick? That's mine.
Well, then how did it get in my quiver?
Are you calling me a liar?
I don't want to fight, Cal.
Afraid to?
You always want to fight.
No, I don't.
We should probably head back to the house. It's getting late.
All right. Here. You carry the rabbit.
Hello.
Hello?
Who are you?
My name's Abra.
I'm Aaron, and this is my brother, Cal.
You just moved here?
No. My father's the county supervisor. He came out to talk to someone at the Buchan Ranch. I got bored and went for a walk. You want some licorice?
Sure.
I'm nearly 13. How old are you?
We're 14. We're twins.
Twins. But you don't look a bit alike.
Some twins don't. We come from two different eggs, not one.
Eggs. So which of you is poached and which of you is fried? What's that?
It's a rabbit.
I killed it.
You can have it if you want it.
Why would I want a dirty old rabbit covered in blood?
I could wash him off and put him in a box for you. Rabbit stew tastes really good.
Well, if you put it in a box. But won't your mother want it for your supper?
We haven't got a mother.
You haven't? What happened to her?
She died.
Died? Oh, you poor boys.
Abra, we're leaving.
Guess I have to go back now.
Wait. I'll just put the rabbit in a box for you.
But that would be really sweet of you, Aaron. Thank you.
Cal did not question the fact that people liked his brother better, that he had developed the means of making it all right for himself. Far from disliking Aaron, Cal loved him because he was usually the cause for his feelings of triumph.
He won't be long. Unless he has to look around for it.
The rabbit?
Oh, he's got that all right. But maybe he can't catch the other. It gets away sometimes.
What gets away?
Oh, he wouldn't want me to tell. He caught it last Friday. Bit him, too.
What are you talking about?
You'll see. I'll bet he tells you not to open it right off. Here he comes. Don't act like I told you.
Here. I even tied it up with a red ribbon so it looks nice. Don't untie it until you get home.
You can keep it.
What does she do that for?
I don't know.
But I want to marry her, Cal. I even put a letter in the box asking her.
Looks like you're going to have to marry somebody else.
Adam, look who's here.
Samuel, it's good to see you.
Would you like me to pour you a whiskey? Well, only if you pour one for yourself.
Please, Samuel, sit down.
I'm afraid I've come to say goodbye.
Goodbye? Where are you going?
My daughter Olive's asked us to visit her in Salinas for a few months.
But you'll be back.
Then we're going to my son George in Paso Robles, then Molly in San Francisco, and then Will, and then maybe even Joe in the East, if I should live that long.
Then we'll drink to your journey.
Adam, I don't want you to take offense, but I see your land here is still fallow.
I have no reason to plant.
Well, What about those 2 boys I saw when I was coming in?
What do you expect me to do?
Try again.
I haven't the energy or the courage.
You'll never let her go, have you?
I guess not.
Do it for your boys, Adam. Don't you love your boys?
Yes. Yes.
One more than the other. But Cain less than Abel?
Why do you ask that?
I don't know it. Something about your tone.
Sometimes I don't understand, Cal.
Do you remember the night we named those boys? We talked about Cain and Abel? That story bit into me deeply, and I went into it word for word. I compared the different translations, and they were fairly close. There was only one thing that bothered me. In the King James Version of the Bible, when Jehovah asked Cain why he is angry, the Lord says, "If thou doest well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him." It was the "thou shalt" that struck me, because it was a promise that Cain would conquer sin.
You've always been more of a philosopher than a cook, Lee.
No, this is important, because in the American Standard Bible, it doesn't say "thou shalt." It says "do thou." And unto thee shall be his desire, and do thou rule over him. This is not a promise. It's an order.
Guess I see what you mean. Different translations.
Meaning very different things. So, I wondered what the original word had been. In Hebrew, I went to a Hebrew scholar to try to understand, and he said the word is timshul. It means thou mayest. Thou mayest rule over sin.
Why is that so important?
Don't you see? Thou mayest is a choice. It's not a promise. It's not an order. A choice that God is giving to man. For if thou mayest, it is also true that thou mayest not.
Timshul.
Don't you see? It means we have a choice.
Adam, I came over here to tell you something, and I'm standing here ready to go home, and I still haven't told you.
Told me what?
If I was a doctor and had a medicine that might cure you and also might kill you, should I give it to you?
What medicine?
Do you want it or not?
Yes.
Cathy's in Salinas. She calls herself Kate now and owns a whorehouse. The most vicious and depraved in this whole end of the country. The worst things humans can think of are for sale there. She takes the fresh and young and beautiful and so maims them that they can never be whole again. Now there's your medicine. I don't know if it'll cure you or not.
I think I'll write to my brother in Connecticut, Samuel. Now, that farm of his is hard work, and like me, he's not a young man anymore. If we work together, we could make something of this place. Sink a few wells, get those windmills going, grow alfalfa.
That sounds like a good plan, Adam.
Samuel Hamilton went with his wife Liza to visit his daughter Olive in Salinas, his son George in Paso Robles, and Molly in San Francisco. And then he died, just as he knew he would. Adam wrote to his brother for the first time in 10 years. Even before his letter would have got to San Francisco, he was impatient with Charles for not having replied. Finally, a letter arrived for Adam with a Connecticut postmark, which he opened very quietly at the breakfast table.
Well, who's it from, Father?
Your brother isn't coming?
No, my brother's dead.
Who?
Your Uncle Charles, Cal. This is from his attorney. He died 3 months ago from a lung ailment. They didn't know where to find me till they got my letter.
Was he rich?
Of course not.
Well, it's just if he was rich, we'd get it, wouldn't we?
It isn't a nice thing to talk about money at a time like this. We're sad because he died.
How can I be sad? I never even met him.
Why don't you boys go outside? I think your father and I need to talk.
Know what I think? I think Uncle Charles was rich.
You think our father would tell a lie?
I won't say that. I just bet he's rich, and I bet you I can find out. I'm gonna sneak in and listen.
You won't dare.
You think I won't?
Suppose I was to tell.
You won't. Because if you do, I'll tell Father who stole his knife.
Nobody stole his knife. He opened a letter with it.
I mean tomorrow.
Why'd you have to be mean like that, Cal?
Cal crept into the hall and crouched near the doorway. He smiled to himself. From this position, he wouldn't miss a word.
He's left an estate worth over $100,000, Lee. And Charles never spent a dime. He pinched $1 until the eagle screamed.
But you're troubled by something.
The letter says the money is to be divided equally between me and my wife.
What are you going to do?
You heard what Samuel said. You know what she is. What do you think she would do with $50,000?
Morally, then, you would be against giving her the money.
Yes.
Well, she has no name, no background. She couldn't very well claim the money without your help. But you don't have any choice, do you?
What do you mean?
Do you know yourself so much less than I do? What you will do is written in every breath you've ever taken. The fact that your wife is a whore won't change a thing.
I'll go tonight, then.
Cal, wait up! Wait up! What did you find out? Did Uncle Charles have any money?
No.
Oh, then what were they talking about?
A wreath. Father's gonna send a wreath to our mother. A great big goddamn wreath of carnations.
Won't you come in? My name's Eva.
I want to see Kate.
Does she know you?
Tell her Adam Trask would like to see her. She'll know whether she knows me or not.
Kate told Eva to send him in. And when she heard him coming up the stairs, her left hand crept like a lean cat towards the desk drawer, where she kept her revolver.
Hello, Cathy.
I expected you for a long time, Adam. When he didn't come, I guess I forgot you.
I didn't forget you.
I didn't think you would. What do you want?
I received this letter this morning.
$100,000. Is this a joke?
It's from Charles' attorney.
Well, if you want me to sign anything, you're wasting your time. You want to buy me off? I want $45,000 in cash.
I don't want to buy you off. Charles willed you the money. It isn't mine.
Oh. So you're just doing this because you're so honest? Is that it? You're just too sugar-sweet to live.
I wonder what it is you hate so much.
Oh, you wonder, do you? It isn't hate. It's contempt. When I was a little girl, I saw all those stupid lying fools for what they were. My own mother and father pretending to be good. I could make them do whatever I wanted. I could always make people do whatever I wanted. When I was half grown, I made a man kill himself. He pretended to be good, too. And all he wanted to do was to go to bed with me. A little girl. That's what I hate. The hypocrites. And they're all hypocrites.
All?
All. Would you like me to prove it? Take a look at these photos. That's a state senator. He's got a wife and 4 kids, and he's going to run for Congress. He likes whips. That's a whip mark on his shoulder. And this blubber is a councilman. This one's a professor at Berkeley. And this is a minister of the gospel. See that lighted match under his skinny flank burning into his pasty flesh?
If I had those pictures and those men knew it, I wouldn't think my life was very safe.
I have 100 beautiful pictures. And those men know that if anything should happen to me, that 100 letters, each with a picture, would be dropped in the mail.
I have to go.
Oh, don't go. My love. My sheets of silk. I want you to feel those sheets against your skin.
You don't mean that.
Oh, I do. You aren't clever at love, but I can teach you.
You're the mother of my sons. And you haven't even asked about them.
I'm the mother of your sons. What makes you think you're the father? How many times did I let you come near me enough to have children? Once. Just once.
You were hurt.
I wasn't too hurt for your brother.
I don't believe you.
Oh, but you will. At first you'll wonder, and then you'll be unsure, and then you'll think back about Charles, all about him, and remember some tea that tasted bitter. When you took my medicine by mistake and slept as you had never slept before.
You were too hurt to plan a thing like that.
I can do anything. I can make you raise your brother's children.
It wouldn't matter. Even if it were true, it wouldn't matter.
You're a fool.
You know all about the ugliness in people, but you don't know about the rest. You don't believe I don't want your money. You don't believe I loved you. You don't believe those men in the pictures could have goodness and beauty in them too. You only see one side. You think that's all there is.
What a sweet dreamer you are.
I wonder whether you ever feel it. Feel that something invisible is all around you. Oh, it must be horrible to know it's there, but not see it or feel it.
If there are things I can't see, don't you think it's possible that they're just dreams manufactured in your own sick mind?
No, I don't. And I don't think you do either.
And this was when Adam smiled at her as a man might smile at a memory.
I'll write to the lawyers and tell them where to get in touch with you.
And then he went out, closing the door gently behind him.
You think you're free, don't you? I could crook my little finger and you come back slobbering and crawling on your knees, dragging your belly on the floor, begging! Begging!
Kate stood in the doorway. Her body shook with something that felt like rage, but also felt like sorrow.
In East of Eden, Lee was played by David Yip, Adam by Robin Laing, Cathy, Holliday Grainger, Samuel, Jimmy Chisholm, Aaron, Samuel Keefe, Cal, Alistair Hankinson, Dr. Tilson, Nick Underwood, Faye, Catherine Howden, Ethel, Anita Vettesse, and Abra by Gemma McElhinney. East of Eden by John Steinbeck was dramatised by Donna Franceschild and is a BBC Scotland production directed in Glasgow by Kirsty Williams. East of Eden by John Steinbeck, dramatised by Donna Franceschild.
I believe there is only one story in the world. Humans are caught in their lives, in their thoughts, in their avarice and cruelty, and in their kindness and generosity too, in a net of good and evil. A man, after he has brushed off the dust of his life, will have left only one question. Have I done well or ill? The choice God gave Cain. Timshel. Kate collected the money Charles left her and put it in a safe deposit box at the Monterey County Bank. She was a rich woman now and dressed exactly like any well-to-do woman might dress. Except she always wore gloves, and beneath the gloves, The pain had started.
Aaron, can you help me with the couch?
Adam, meanwhile, leased his ranch to a man named Rantani and moved his family to Salinas. His land would not be fallow now, nor, he hoped, would his life. He was free. He would start again. He enrolled the twins in the high school there and got satisfaction from knowing they would get a good education.
Now you take most kids, Aaron. If they know the answer, they hold up their hands. If they don't know, they just crawl under the desk. Know what we're going to do?
What?
You notice the teacher don't always call on somebody with his hand up? She calls on the others, and sure enough, they don't know.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, first week, we're gonna work like be damned, but we won't stick up our hands. So she'll call on us, and we'll know. That'll throw her. The second week, we won't work, but we'll stick up our hands, and she won't call on us.
Why not?
She isn't going to waste her time calling on somebody that knows.
Cal, look. It's Abra, the girl we met last summer.
I guess it is. She sure is pretty.
I'm gonna go and talk to her. Hello. Remember me? It's Aaron, from when you came to the ranch last summer.
I remember you all right. You gave me that box that was supposed to have a dead rabbit in it.
It did. So you could make rabbit stew.
That's not what your brother told me. You put something alive in there that was going to jump out and bite me.
Abra, I swear, there was nothing but a dead rabbit in there.
What do you want, Aaron?
Just wondered if I could walk you home.
All right. Here. You can carry my books.
Aaron walked Abra home from school every day after that. On the way, they would cross a field near a little pump house. There was a willow tree there, its long skirts hanging nearly to the ground. It was their hiding place, their nest.
You're awful quiet today, Aaron.
I guess I've just been thinking.
About what?
About what it'd be like if we got married. We'd have a house together. We'd go in and close the door, and it would be nice.
Well, this is kind of a house. We could pretend we live here while we're waiting.
I guess we'll have babies together. I bet you'll be a good mother.
Why do you say that?
Take care of them as good as you take care of me. Why, they'll be the luckiest babies in the world.
Do you remember your mother?
No, I was a baby when she died.
Do you know what she looked like?
No.
You haven't got any pictures?
No. What are you asking for?
I'm just wondering what it's like not to have a mother. I guess you wouldn't know the difference if you'd never had one.
I would, too. I wish she hadn't died. I wish she was here.
Aaron, are you crying?
I don't know why. I don't hardly ever cry unless I'm mad.
I guess you just miss her.
I guess I do.
Aaron, you remember that day out at your ranch when you tried to give me that rabbit? Well, in the buggy, when my father and mother thought I was asleep, they were saying your mother wasn't dead. They said she went away.
She's in heaven. She's dead.
Wouldn't it be nice if she wasn't, though? Suppose she just lost her memory or something. We could find her and make her remember.
She's dead, Abra. Father wouldn't lie to me. I know he wouldn't.
The growing century was shucking Adam out of his shell. A gas stove came into the house, and electric wires and a telephone, a gas water heater and a large icebox. But the truth was that Adam needed work.
Adam, why have you got all these cups in the icebox?
I'm experimenting.
Yeah, but some of them smell bad. I should throw them out.
No. I've been finding out what happens to different fruits. Fruit, pudding, bits of meat, cooked and raw.
May I ask why?
I read in the paper they dug up a mastodon in Siberia, been in the ice thousands of years, and the meat's still good.
I don't think I want to eat a mastodon.
No, Lee. Don't you see what this means?
If Adam had conceived thousands of ideas the way Samuel Hamilton had, they might have all drifted away, but he had only one. He ran into Samuel's son, Will, one day and invited him to supper. Will Hamilton was a very substantial local businessman, and nearly every business proposition in the county came sooner or later to his attention.
I can't get over how much you boys have grown since I last saw you.
They sure have. Aaron here wants to go to college when he graduates.
Well, that's not for another 2 years.
And what do you want to do, Cal?
I like to try my hand at farming.
Nothing wrong with that. Country could use some forward-looking farmers.
If you boys are finished, you can leave the table.
Would you like another cup of coffee, Mr. Hamilton?
No, thanks. Keeps me awake. Now then, Adam, maybe you can tell me what you invited me around here for.
Well, I've been looking into refrigeration. Did you know the biggest market for oranges in the winter is New York City? But what about peas and lettuce and cauliflower? In a big part of the country, they don't have those for months. And right here in Salinas Valley, we raise them all year round.
So, what's your idea?
You know, Will, if you chop ice fine and lay a head of lettuce in it and wrap it in wax paper, it'll keep 3 weeks.
Go on.
The railroads have got those fruit cars. I went and had a look at them. We could ship lettuce right to the East Coast in the middle of winter. I was thinking of buying the ice plant here in Salinas and trying to ship some things.
That would cost a lot of money, Adam.
I have a lot of money.
Look here, Adam. When a man comes to me for advice about an idea, he usually doesn't want advice. He wants me to agree with him. My father, as you well know, was an inventor. He had so many goddamn ideas, he forgot to make the money for groceries. Now, if you want to drop $40,000, $50,000, you go right ahead. Otherwise, let your damned idea die.
2 days later, Adam bought the ice plant in Salinas. The departure of 6 carloads of lettuce to the East Coast caused a sensation. The project was a success. Any number of businessmen were ready to put money into it. Adam's lettuce stood in the sidings in Chicago for 5 days in unseasonably warm weather. What arrived in New York was 6 carloads of green-brown slop.
I brought you some tea.
Thank you. Am I wiped out, Lee?
No, you have about $9,000 left, and the ranch.
I still believe it can work. Maybe I can figure something.
Well, try not to figure something that costs money. The twins felt their father's failure deeply. And if the businessmen snickered quietly at Adam's naivete, the high school students were much more cruel.
Hey, lettuce head! What are you doing walking home with Abra?
You should find yourself a carrot. We could make a salad together.
Damn it. Why did he have to mess with things he doesn't know about?
If it had worked, everybody would be bowing to him.
Well, it didn't work. Now we're poor.
You've still got the ranch. Maybe we could run it together.
I don't want to run the ranch. I want to go to college. I want to get out of here.
Aaron, will you kiss me?
I'm stuck here for 2 more years listening to them call me lettuce head.
Aaron, kiss me.
No. Why?
Because I want everybody to know that I'm going to be Mrs. Lettucehead.
But...
Oh, Aaron, just kiss me.
Oh, Aaron, just kiss me.
When Aaron stopped running, he found that he was outside an Episcopal church. Without knowing why, he went in. The pains that twisted her hands were increasing, and Kate's once slender fingers were swollen and puffy.
Miss Kate, there's somebody here wants to see you. Name of Ethel? She says she used to work here when this was Faye's place.
All right. Tell her to come up.
When Ethel came into her office, Kate barely recognized her. Her hair was graying, a front tooth was missing, her dress was 2 sizes too big. She'd want money. They all wanted money.
Hello, Ethel. It's been a long time. Sit down. How are you?
Bad, Miss Kate. Very bad.
Poor darling. What's happened?
Ever since I left here, I've had nothing but trouble. That new judge, he gave me 90 days. And then when I got out, I got the old Joe. I didn't know I had it. Give it to a regular. He got sore and busted me up. And the next time, that new judge gave me 6 months. Hell, Kate, you lose all your contacts in 6 months.
You've had a tough time, haven't you, darling?
You shouldn't have run me off like that, Miss Kate.
That's all in the past, Ethel. But listen, I never let a friend down. I want you to take this. You can use it to go to a new town and start fresh.
$40. I thought you'd see your way to give me more than $40.
How much did you think I'd give you?
Well, it's just I had this here dream. It was nighttime. The moon was out. And in my dream, I seen you come out the kitchen door. You went out the back and stooped over. I couldn't see what you'd done. Next thing I know, Faye was dead. I thought a lot about that dream. So one day I decided to go out the back, and I found a covered-up hole. And you know what was in it? Just some smashed medicine bottles and an eyedropper.
So you took them to the doctor to find out what had been in them?
Oh, I didn't do nothing like that. I just put that broke glass in an envelope and give it to somebody to keep it from me. I just wondered what you think about that dream.
What do I think? I think you're a worn-out old whore who's been beaten over the head too many times.
Don't you talk to me like that. I want $100 a month from you. Otherwise, the envelope with that glass in it could go just about anywhere.
All right. Here's another 60. You can count it if you want.
No. I trust you.
Where do you want me to send the 100 every month?
I've got a room at the Southern Pacific Hotel. You can send it there. I thank you kindly, then.
Eva! Could you get Joe up here?
Joe Valerie was just about the only soul in the world Kate trusted. He had escaped from San Quentin while serving 15 years on a manslaughter charge and was on the run when she took him in. He was her pimp, her bouncer, her loyal hatchet man, and she was his benevolent protector.
Yes, ma'am.
There's something I need you to do for me, Joe.
And how much did you lose, Mr. Valerie?
Pretty close to $100, Your
I never
Honor.
seen this guy in my life.
And how much did she have on her when you found her again?
Down to $6. Night clerk said she bought whiskey and cigarettes from him about 6 o'clock this morning.
Judge, I want to see you alone.
Twice for prostitution, now for robbery. I think it's time you left this county. I want you out by noon.
I gotta see ya.
If you come back, I'll give you over to the county, and that's San Quentin.
This is a frame. I have proof.
Next case.
When he was quite small, Cal had discovered that if he moved very quietly to where his father was sitting, and if he leaned very lightly against his father's knee, Adam's hand would rise automatically and his fingers would caress his shoulder. It is probable that Adam didn't even know he did it, but the caress brought such a raging flood of emotion that Cal saved it only for when he really needed it. His growing restlessness drove him out to the Fantan games in Chinatown. He enjoyed watching all that money being lost, and occasionally won.
I told you this boy here's my lucky charm. You say your name was again?
Cal.
All this boy's got to do is sit behind me and I can't lose.
Maybe you should share your winnings with him.
I'm drunk, George, but I'm not that drunk.
You lived in Salinas all your life, then?
No, grew up in King City.
King City? I used to be the deputy in King City. A long time ago now.
What made you come here?
What makes a man do anything? 15 years ago, I met a Salinas girl I thought I couldn't live without. It turned out she could live without me easy enough.
You gonna play some more Fantan, Holman?
Nope. Tell you what, let's all go down to Kate's place. And don't say you can't afford it. The whole shebang's on me.
Oh, now you talk.
They got a circus down there, Cal, and it's a Lulu. Kate sure knows her stuff.
Don't cross her, though. I heard she shot her husband.
She sure did. Plugged him in the shoulder and just ran off. I was even there when they questioned him. Adam Trask, his name was. And he just kept saying it was an accident.
She was no good as a wife, but she's sure as hell a good whore. That circus will pop your eyes out, Cal. You coming?
Sure.
Cal came home very late that night. When I didn't hear him come up the stairs, I went down to find him sitting at the kitchen table.
Cal? I know about my mother.
Then there's nothing for me to hide.
Why did my father say she was dead?
To save you from pain.
Huh. What was she like?
I don't know. You can only understand people if you feel them in yourself. And I can't. There's something she lacks. Kindness, maybe, or conscience. She was full of hatred, but why or towards what, I don't know.
What did he do when she left?
He died. He walked around, but he was dead. He loved her with his whole mind and body. What is it, Cal?
I hate her.
I don't think your father ever hated her. He had only sorrow.
I hate her because I've got her in me. Her meanness.
Of course, you may have that in you, but you've got the other too. You wouldn't even be thinking about it if you didn't. Timshaw.
What's that?
It's an old word from the Bible. It means thou mayest. When God spoke to Cain, he told him, thou mayest rule over evil. He gave him a choice.
Between being good and being mean?
Yes. Think about the choice you are going to make, Cal. What you're going to do. And if you ever need money, I will help you. I have $5,000 saved that I can lend you.
What if I did bad things with it?
That is the risk I take. Aaron had converted to the Episcopal Church. He did not just go to all the services. He was an altar boy on Sundays and went to Bible classes on Saturdays. He pondered good and evil and spent many hours in deep conversations with the pastor.
I pray for you, Cal. I pray for your redemption.
I appreciate that, Aaron, but...
You have to triumph over sin like I have.
Can I ask what sins you triumphed over, Aaron? Because I haven't seen you do a lot of sinning.
Greed, envy, sloth, wrath, pride, lust.
You don't lust anymore, then? Not even over Abra?
I know you stay out at night, Cal. Sometimes till 4 in the morning. I don't want to think of what you're doing.
You're so well, you should be a minister, Aaron.
Reverend Rolfe says that I have a vocation. I want to become a priest.
A priest?
What's funny about that?
What does Abra think about that?
Listen, Cal. Something Abra told me has been bothering me.
What?
She heard our mother is alive.
I bet she heard a crazy thing like that.
You don't think she could be alive, do you? Father said she's dead and he wouldn't lie. She's in heaven. Isn't she?
Sure she is.
Oh, no. Hey, give it back. Give it back.
Listen, Aaron. I've been thinking. You know how you're always saying you want to get out of here?
I found a wilted lettuce in my locker yesterday. I don't think it's ever going to stop. But I'm stuck here for 2 more years.
Not if you took the college entrance exam early.
What are you talking about?
You could take the exam next June, and then if you passed it, why, you could start college in September.
I'd never pass it.
If you worked real hard, maybe you could.
I don't know.
Well, why don't you go and talk to the principal right now and see what he thinks?
You really think I could do it?
Of course I do. And tell you what, if you pass that examination, why, I'll try and make some money so I can help you through college.
All right, I'll do it. I'll go and talk to Mr. Kilkenny this minute.
And don't say anything to Father yet.
Why not?
You can tell him after you've done it and make it a surprise for him.
Kate's hands looked increasingly mangled, and she wore a small silver vial around her neck tucked under her bodice to make sure her morphine was always within reach. Ethel's visit hadn't bothered her very much when it happened, but gradually she found herself wondering What she would think if a rich madam willed everything to a new girl and then died. Why were those medicine bottles broken and buried? What was in them? Ethel wasn't bright, but she might tell someone who was bright. Kate was sure someone was following her. What insanity had made her get Ethel kicked out of the county and out of her reach?
Who are you?
What?
You've been following me for weeks. Who told you to do this?
Nobody.
What do you want? Who are you?
I'm Charles Trask.
Then you better come with me. Close the door.
Is it always this dark in here?
The light hurts my eyes. Why were you following me?
Just to look at you, I guess.
And now you have. Are you satisfied?
Yes, ma'am.
You don't look like me. You look like him.
I guess I do.
What about your brother?
He's got yellow hair, blue eyes.
Like me.
He wants to be a priest.
I guess that's the way it should be. Looks like me and wants to go into the church. A man can do a lot of damage there. When someone comes in here, he's got his guard up, but in a church, a man's wide open.
I think he means it.
Really?
Everybody loves him. He hasn't got any meanness in him at all.
How do you two get along?
Sometimes I work him over, make him squirm or cry. He doesn't know how I do it.
It's because you're smarter than he is. How's your father?
I don't want to talk about him.
Oh, no. You like him, then?
I love him. Why did you shoot him and go away?
Talking to snot-nosed kids, I must be crazy.
Did you ever wish you stayed?
Christ, no. I got what I wanted, then I left. I always get what I want, and nobody knows how I do it either. See? You're the same as me.
No, I'm not.
Of course you are. Why wouldn't you be?
I wondered that a lot. I thought maybe I'd come here one day and we'd talk for a real long time and I'd be able to figure it all out.
You want to talk? Let's talk.
I don't have to. Leah's right. If I'm mean, it's my own mean. It's not yours.
You're a fool if you think that.
And you know what else? I don't think the light hurts your eyes. I think you're afraid.
Get out.
And I am glad you're afraid.
Go on! Get out!
After Cal left, Kate sat back in her chair against the deep-down cushions. Waves of nerves cruised over her body.
Daddy, no. Quiet down. Don't think for a while. Oh, goddamn snot-nose.
When Cal rounded the corner at Central Street, it was nearly midnight. A dark figure crossed the street towards him.
Hey, it's Cal, isn't it?
That's right.
I never forget a lucky charm.
I didn't forget you either, Holman.
That was some night we had, wasn't it? I'm on my way over to Shorty Lim's to play some Fantan. Why don't you come?
I should be getting home.
Just for half an hour. I can sweep the table in half an hour if you're there. I'll give you a cut this time.
All right. Maybe half an hour.
At intervals, Selina suffered from a mild eructation of morality. The process never varied much. Sometimes it started in the pulpit and sometimes with the new, ambitious president of the Women's Civic Club. And gambling was invariably the sin to be eradicated.
This is a raid!
Sheriff Quinn was embarrassed to find that Adam Trask's son had been scooped up in the raid. He telephoned Adam at 3 o'clock in the morning to tell him. Adam walked the 2 blocks to City Hall, picked up Cal, and the two walked home in silence. Adam came in and sat at the kitchen table, so Cal thought he ought to do the same. In the silence that followed, Cal began to be afraid until resentment took its place, like a trapped fox feeling anger at the paw which held him to the trap.
Look, do what you're going to do to me. Go ahead, get it over.
I've failed you, haven't I?
What do you mean?
You were picked up in a gambling house. I don't know how you got there. What you were doing there. Why you went there. Do you gamble, son?
No, sir, I was just watching.
Had you been there before?
Yes, sir.
Why do you go?
I get restless at night. Like a alley cat, I guess.
You see? I don't know anything about you. I'm as bad a father as my father was.
Well, we don't think you're a bad father.
I don't know my sons.
I'll tell you anything you want to know. Just ask me.
All right. Tell me about yourself.
Well, it's not so easy when you try.
Then tell me about your brother.
Aaron's good. He doesn't do bad things. He doesn't think bad things.
Now you're telling me about yourself. You're saying you do and think bad things.
Well, I do. Do you want me to tell you?
No, Cal, no. Your voice tells and your eyes tell that you're at war with yourself. You love your brother, don't you?
Oh, yes, sir.
And you hate him too.
I have hated him. And I've hurt him too. But I don't hate him now. I won't ever hate him again. I don't think I will hate anyone, not even my mother, because...
You know.
Yes. Yes, sir.
All about her?
Yes, sir.
Does Aaron know?
Oh, no, sir. I don't think he could stand it. He doesn't have enough badness in him to stand it.
Do you think there's any chance of keeping Aaron from knowing?
No, he doesn't go near places like that. He's not like me.
Suppose someone told him.
I promise you, sir, I'll make sure he doesn't find out.
I trust you, son.
Adam's recognition brought a ferment of happiness to Cal. The poison of loneliness and the gnawing envy had gone out of him. In his new joy, he appointed himself guardian of his father's content. He wanted to give him some great gift, to perform some huge good task to honor him.
If it's okay, sir, I'd like to go out to the farm on Saturday.
Charles Trask.
Mr. Hamilton, thanks for coming out.
Glad to do it. So, you're thinking of taking this place over?
Yes, sir. I want to make a lot of money, and I want you to tell me how.
What do you mean by a lot?
$20,000 or $30,000.
That's a lot, all right.
Enough to give my father back what he lost. He was pretty much wiped out by that lettuce venture.
Well, I warned him not to do it. But look, I'll be honest with you, Cal. You're not going to make that kind of money farming. And for anything else, you need investment capital.
I've got $5,000.
You? Where from?
I borrowed it.
What's the interest?
None.
That's a good trick. Well, I'll tell you what. If you really do have that kind of money, I'm looking for a partner for a thing I'm cooking up.
What kind of thing?
There's a war going on in Europe, right? Sooner or later, we're going to be in it.
That's what it looks like.
Now, when there's a war going on, there's always hungry people. And they're going to need corn and wheat and beans. Things that keep, that people can stay alive on.
Well, that makes sense, I guess.
What do you think the present cost of beans is?
About 3 cents a pound?
How do you know that?
You have to if you're going to farm.
But you're not going to farm, Cal. You're too smart. Now, your father's tenant, Rantani, he's a good farmer. He's got nearly 500 acres under cultivation. Think about it. If we could guarantee him 5 cents a pound and give him a seed loan, he'll plant beans. And so will every other farmer around here. I have a contact with the British Purchasing Agency. I bet we can sell all the dried beans we can find at 10 cents a pound or more. What do you think? Are we partners?
Yes, sir, we are.
Then let's go up and talk to Rantani.
While Cal grew beans, Aaron studied for his college entrance exam. He spent most evenings with Reverend Rolfe, who tutored him and encouraged him in his vocation. One night, Reverend Rolfe told him about a woman who had been coming to his church every Sunday for weeks, sitting at the back. When he asked around, he discovered she was the owner of a house of ill repute. When a lost soul seeks the light, the Reverend Rolfe told him, it is the highest and most beautiful experience a priest can have.
Lee, wait till you hear the news. I only found out by accident. You think you know your own children, and then you find you don't know them at all.
Has some detail of their lives escaped you?
Today I met Mr. Kilkenny, from the high school. He thought I knew all about it. Do you know what that boy is doing?
Which boy?
Aaron. He's going to take the college entrance examination next June and save a year. What do you think of that?
Remarkable. What does he want to save it for?
He's ambitious. Can't you understand that?
No, I never could.
Mr. Kilkenny thinks he'll pass. And Aaron never said anything about it.
He probably wants it to be a surprise. We shouldn't mention it until he does.
I guess you're right. When he tells us, we ought to have a present for him.
A gold watch?
Yes, a gold watch. I'll get one and have it engraved. Just think, huh? A whole year's work ahead. I wish Cal had that kind of ambition. He should be going to college, too. He's smarter than Aaron.
A different kind of smart. He's still finding his way. The war, at first anyway, was for other people. But then the telegrams began to arrive. Marty Hobbs dead, the Burgess boy from across the street, the handsome one your little sister was in love with, blown to bits. Adam was appointed to the Salinas draft board and agonized over every young man he passed to the army as if he were handing down a sentence of death. Beans had gone up to 12 cents a pound, and farmers wished they hadn't contracted for a lousy 2 cents above the going price 6 months ago.
Hello, Lee. Is that his cake?
Hey, don't touch. It's your father's birthday, not yours.
It sure looks good.
What are you grinning all over for?
I got a check for you. Your loan, paid in full.
Hey, what's this? I didn't ask for interest.
It's better that way, in case I want to borrow it back again.
Did you make a profit?
$15,000. I picked it up from the Monterey County Bank this morning. I've got the liquor store sending over champagne, and we're going to decorate the dining room too. Abra said she'd help. I better go wrap the present before she gets here.
Cal counted the 15 new $1,000 bills. They were so crisp they made a sharp cracking sound. He wrapped the bills in tissue and tied it with red ribbon and finished it in a blob that was faintly recognizable as a bow.
You have to twist the crepe paper before you pin it up, Cal.
Hey, I twisted it.
Now that loop's longer than the others.
I think you better get up on this ladder and do it yourself, Abra.
You can't leave it like that.
You sure got a lot of streamers hanging up there.
Maybe too many, Aaron.
Say, what's that you got there?
A letter from the college entrance board. I passed.
Well, God damn it. Congratulations, Aaron.
I knew you could do it.
And you knew more than I did.
Father just got home. You can go upstairs and surprise him.
I will. Just as soon as I take a bath and put on a clean shirt. I'm going over to tell Reverend Rolfe.
But it's Father's birthday.
I'll be back in time for the cake.
So, he passed his exam.
That's good, isn't it?
I can just see the tears in my father's eyes. I'm so proud of you, son.
What's wrong, Cal?
This was supposed to be my day, not Aaron's.
And you're jealous?
Yes. I don't want to be jealous. Aaron's never jealous. I can never be like him.
I don't think any of us can. He writes love letters sometimes. Only they're not to me.
What do you mean?
They're to some girl he made up in his head and put my skin on. Some girl who's perfect. Pure.
Are you mad at Aaron?
No. Not mad. I just can't find him. You give your father that money, Cal. You worked so hard. He'll be proud of you.
Happy birthday, dear Adam. Happy birthday to you. Go on, make a wish. Blow out the candles.
I still think we should wait for Aaron.
He probably got caught up celebrating. I mean, that was a hard job.
What was?
Why, passing his exams. Didn't he tell you?
Oh, yes, the exams. Yes, he told me. A fine job. I'm proud of him.
He didn't tell you?
Yes, he did. He told me this morning.
You didn't know this morning?
If you don't blow these candles out, you won't be able to make a wish.
Make a wish? I can't think of any wish that's better than the one that's just come true. Aaron's going to college.
Make a wish anyway. The wax is dripping onto my frosting.
This is for you.
A present? Well, I wonder what it can be.
Happy birthday, Father.
Ooh. What's all this?
It's, I made it. To make up for what you lost on the lettuce.
You made it? How?
With Mr. Hamilton on beans. We bought futures at 5 cents. And when the price jumped, it's for you. $15,000. It is for you.
You have to give it back.
Give it back. To who?
To the people you got it from.
The British Purchasing Agency. They're paying 12.5 cents for beans all over the country.
And give it back to the farmers you robbed.
Robbed? We paid them 2 cents a pound over the market.
I send boys out. I sign my name, and they go out, and some will die, and some will come back without arms or legs. Not one of them will come back untorn. Do you think I could take a profit on that?
Well, I did it for you to make up for what you lost.
I don't want it. I would have been so happy if you could have given me, well, what your brother has. Pride in the thing he's doing. If you want to give me a present, give me a good life. That would be something I could value.
I'm sorry, Father. I didn't know how you felt about it.
Don't be angry, son.
Cal! Cal! Stop it!
Stop what?
He couldn't help it. That's his nature. But you have a choice. You have a choice.
What are you making a fuss for? Do you think I killed somebody?
Cal! The night was well fallen. Cal's mind was numb. 3 blocks ahead, he saw his brother cross under a streetlight coming towards him. He slowed his steps, and when Aaron was close, he spoke.
Hi. I came looking for you.
Oh, I'm sorry about tonight. Reverend Rolfe and I got to talking.
It's all right. Forget it. I want you to come with me.
Where?
I want to show you something.
What?
It's a surprise.
Will it take long?
No. Not very long at all.
I don't like this neighborhood, Cal. I think we should go home.
Can't go back. I haven't shown you yet.
Show me what?
You'll see.
Hello, boys. Come in. You sure you two are old enough to be here?
For her to see Kate.
Cal, this is a whorehouse.
Does she know you?
She knows me, all right.
Let's go, Cal. I want to go home.
Hello, Kate.
What do you want?
I've got someone here who wants to meet you.
Who is she?
She's the surprise. Aaron, this is your mother.
Why are you saying that?
Because she is. All this time you thought she was dead, and now here she is. She doesn't live in heaven. She lives in hell.
That's not my mother.
Sure she is. Same blue eyes, same yellow hair.
This is a whorehouse, Cal.
Oh, the best whorehouse in Salinas. Ask anyone. They got girls here from all over the country. Any girl with no money, no friends, no family, why, our mother here will give them a job.
You're not my mother.
I am your mother.
Oh, no. Oh, no, it's you, isn't it? It's you who's been coming to our church every week. You didn't come there to repent your sins?
Repent my sins? Do I look like someone who's repented anything in her life?
And why did you come?
I was curious.
There is sin here. There's sin everywhere I look, everything I touch. And there you are, sitting in the middle of it, With your ugly, twisted hands, like your ugly, twisted soul.
Oh, don't go, Aaron. They put on these circuses here. You should see the circuses they put on. Maybe we should stay and watch one.
The very smell of you makes me sick. Smell of Satan. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth, and she wipeth her mouth, and saith, I have done no wickedness.
Oh, don't waste your preaching on me.
I wish you were dead. Knowing I have your blood in me makes me want to cut myself open and bleed till every drop of it's gone. I hate you.
Why did you do that to your brother?
Because it felt good.
But when Cal came home that night, he did not feel good. He went to his room and he burned all 15 of those $1,000 bills he had tried to give his father, one by one, crushing the ashes in his fingers. His brother did not come home. He went instead to the ticket counter at the Southern Pacific Railway office and bought a one-way ticket to San Jose. When he got there, he walked a mile and a half to a small office on 18th Street, where he swore an oath and signed a paper. He told the recruiting sergeant that he was 18. In the weeks that followed, Kate's mind drifted among impressions the way a bat drifts and swoops in the evening. She saw the face of a blond and beautiful boy mad with shock. She heard his ugly words aimed not so much at her as at himself, and she saw his dark brother leaning against the door and laughing. The pain was creeping in her hands again, and now her right hip ached angrily when she moved.
Miss Kate, I brought you tea. You want anything else?
Yes. Cut off my hands at the wrist.
I thought the medicine was helping.
It fooled me.
Maybe you don't want me to bother you right now, but I was talking to a guy in Kellogg's cigar store. He told me Ethel's back in Salinas.
Oh, she is.
Says she's been talking some crazy stuff about having this broken glass the police might be interested in. I asked him why, and then he says something that makes no sense. He says, does the name Faye mean anything to you? Not a thing, I told him. He says maybe I better talk to you about her.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Joe, do you think you can help me? If I gave you $10,000, do you think you could fix everything up for me?
Well, I guess I could if...
Did I catch you out there, Joe?
I don't know what you're getting at, ma'am.
Get out!
They all wanted money. Kate knew that. Joe was no different. After he left, she wrote a letter. Dear Deputy Watson, it said, tell the sheriff it wouldn't do any harm to check on Joe Valerie's fingerprints. You remember Joe? He works for me. Yours, Kate. Then she put it in an envelope, sealed it, put a stamp in the corner, and sent for Thelma.
Miss Kate?
I want you to run an errand for me, Thelma. Will you drop this in the mailbox at the corner? I want it picked up first thing in the morning.
Yes, ma'am.
I've not been able to sleep in days. I'm gonna take some medicine so I can sleep, and I don't want to be disturbed. I don't want anyone to come near me till tomorrow night. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Once I thought Kate was a monster, and it seemed to me that it was so. But now I have bent close with a glass over the small print of her. I wondered if it was true. The trouble is that since we cannot know what she wanted, we will never know whether or not she got it. If rather than running towards something, she was running away from something, we can't know whether she escaped. Kate went to her dressing table and combed her hair. rubbed a little rouge on her face, and put on the pale lipstick she always wore. When she started to feel sleepy, she wrote a note which she left on the top right corner of her desk. It said, "I leave everything I have to my son, Aaron Trask." The next day, the depressing news of the latest war casualties was pushed off the front page of the Salinas Journal by the fugitive from San Quentin who had been shot and killed by police while resisting arrest. Adam did not read the newspaper story. The shock of Aaron's departure weighed heavily on him, and his eyes had begun to trouble him until, eventually, I had to read everything to him. You're rubbing the back of your hand again, Adam. Is it troubling you?
It's my circulation, Lee. As soon as I get the circulation back, it'll be all right. Is that the mail?
Yes.
Anything from Aaron?
Not today, no.
I still can't understand it. If he talked to me, I might have tried to persuade him against it, but I wouldn't have forbidden it. Why doesn't he write?
Well, sometimes in wars, supply lines are cut off and the mail doesn't get through. Do you want me to read you these letters?
No. I've got to do something about my eyes. I'm going to have them tested today. I feel a bit dizzy.
He felt more dizzy than he would admit. He could not move about the house without bracing his hand against the wall. He could not tie his shoe because his left hand was numb.
Cal, so this is where you've been hiding.
Hello, Abra.
Aaron and I used to come here when we were little kids, because the branches hang so low that no one could see us. We'd come here and pretend we were married and this was our house. I haven't seen you in a long time, Cal.
Well, you never come around to the house anymore.
Guess there's no reason to now that Aaron's gone away.
Does he write to you?
He sent a card once.
What did it say?
It was just a few lines. Dear Abra, I don't feel clean. I'm not fit for you. I'm in the army. Don't go near my father. Goodbye, Aaron.
I've hurt you more than you know. I've hurt everybody.
No, you haven't.
Our mother was a whore, Abra. She ran a house here in town, and I promised Father I'd make sure Aaron never found out. But that night, I took Aaron down there and showed her to him.
What did he do?
Oh, he went just crazy. He yelled at her, ran away, and now he's getting shot at. So now you know about me. I'm not good like Aaron.
Cal, listen to me. Little kids live their lives like a story, like the story Aaron and I made up under this tree, where everything has to turn out the way they want it. Then they grow up. Aaron didn't grow up. He wanted the story. He wanted it to come out his way, even if he had to tear the world up by the roots to do it. I guess he just couldn't stand to know about his mother because that's not how he wanted the story to go. So he tore up the world. I love you, Cal.
I'm not good.
Because you're not good.
At 3 o'clock that afternoon, I was sitting at my desk. The doorbell rang. A black weariness fell on me, a hopelessness that pressed my shoulders down. I laughed at myself. I can go and find it's an advertisement under the door, or I can sit here and let my silly old mind tell me death is on the doorstep. So I went. It was not an advertisement.
Lee? Lee, I just saw Dr. Murphy's car leaving. Why was he here? What's going on?
A telegram came this afternoon, Cal. Your brother's dead.
He's dead? Where's Father?
He's in his room.
Lee, what happened?
He came home tired, But I had to read him the telegram. That was his right. For about 5 minutes, he recited it over and over to himself out loud, and then it seemed to get through into his brain and exploded there. Your father's had a stroke. How bad? I don't know. The doctor said the left side is paralyzed, the right side partly. Probably there's no sight in the left eye. Can he talk? I don't know. Why don't you go and sit with him a while? Adam's head was propped up on the pillows. His face was calm, the skin pale, and his eyes had great depth and clarity as though one could see deep into them. They turned slowly towards Cal as he entered the room.
Father? Can you hear me, Father?
Cal sat down on the straight chair beside the bed.
Can you understand me? Oh, I did it. I'm responsible for Aaron's death and for your sickness. I took him to Kate's. I showed him his mother. That's why he went away. Oh, I don't want to do bad things, but I do them. I'm sorry, Father.
Cal looked away to escape the terrible eyes, but he could still see them. He knew they would be with him, a part of him, all his life.
Cal? Where are you going?
I can't stay here. I can't.
You listen to me. Cal, you are going to stay here. Your father is sick. I don't know what's going to happen, but we can stand anything. We're wonderful animals that way.
I'm not. I can't stand it. I won't be able to. I'll have to. I'll have to.
Why, you mouse! Don't you dare suggest a thing like that! Why is your sorrow more refined than my sorrow?
It's not sorrow, Lee. I killed my brother. I'm a murderer, and he knows it.
Did he say that? Tell me the truth. Did he say that?
He didn't have to. It was in his eyes.
Then he will forgive you. Come.
Adam, I don't know what you can hear or understand. There's a damage in your brain, Adam. You may, behind your eyes, be alert and keen, or you may be living in a confused grey dream. No one knows these things except you. Can you hear me? The blue eyes wavered, closed slowly, then opened. Thank you, Adam. I know how hard that was. I'm going to ask you to do a much harder thing. Here is your son, Caleb, your only son. Look at him, Adam. I don't know how long you will live. Maybe a long time, maybe an hour. But your son will live. He will marry, and his children will be the only remnant of you. He did a thing in anger, Adam, because he thought you had rejected him.
Darling, you can't.
I have to. If it kills him, I have to. Your son is marked with guilt, Adam, almost more than he can bear. Don't crush him. Give him your blessing. Help him, Adam. Free him. Bless him. Adam's breath came quick with the effort. Slowly, his right hand lifted and fell back down. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, dear friend. Adam's lips parted and failed and parted again. Then his lungs filled. He expelled the air and his lips combed the rushing sigh. His whispered words seemed to hang on the air. Then his eyes closed, and he slept.
In East of Eden, Lee was played by David Yip, Adam by Robin Laing, Kate, Holliday Grainger, Cal, Alistair Hankinson, Aaron, Samuel Keefe, Abra, Gemma McElhenney, Holman, Nick Underwood, Ethel, Anita Vettesse, Joe, Gavin Mitchell, and The Judge by Jimmy Chisholm. East of Eden by John Steinbeck was dramatised by Donna Franceschild and is a BBC Scotland production directed in Glasgow by Kirsty Williams.